All of that was missed. I didn't get any of that through. Fantastic. Oh well. Whatever. At least it works. Howdy, guys. New haircut. I look great today. I hope you're all doing fantastic. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. For some reason, it shows me white as a ghost, white as a sheet, but I figured that was thematic. You know, like I'm white as a ghost, but we're talking Book of the Dead. So if there was ever a time to be white as a sheet, it would be talking about Book of the Dead. Love the blazer. Thank you, and Prophet. I just got it the other day. I freaking love this blazer. I love this button up. It's fantastic. I love it. Oh, and it's so comfy. Oh my god, what was that? Nobody panic. Absalom has fallen. I repeat, Absalom has fallen. Music's too loud? Don't worry, I'll be turning it off here. Alright, now we can... Go away, music. I don't need you. Nobody needs you, because I'm here, and I'm attractive, and that's all we need. Hello! Panic! Oh, please tell me it's a blazer with shorts. Not shorts, but like really nice stretchy pants. They're not quite stretch pants, but they're definitely more comfy cozy than normal stretch pants. Honestly, I know I made the joke about me looking white as a ghost and that being thematic, but I'm gonna fix that because I'm actually hating how I look. I look too good today to be made a fool of by weird camera stuff. Is part of it my... Is it because this is up here? Hold on, let me lower this. Let me switch this off the yellow lighting to my normal like white lighting. Oh, that's off. Turn that down a bit. Is that better? Okay, gonna die. Alright. Is that better? No. Why am I so shiny today? Look at this! I just showered. It's not like it's grease. I'm just shiny. He's just like a 70s disco dancer. True. What's up? What's up? I'm just positively radiant. That's what it is. I need to protect myself from the undead, obviously. Like, I've enchanted myself with a holy magic so that I can't get grabbed. It's a shiny Nonat. Is camera smudged? Maybe? Beep. No. I'm just radiant and I don't know why. We take it. A holy water shower. Oh yeah, I had to play it safe. But y'all, we're here. It's time to talk Book of the Dead. I'm gonna look good. I don't even need this on anymore. What am I doing? There's no music playing. I'm not listening to anything. Guys, look at my hair. Look how good my hair looks. I got it cut for the first time in like 7 or 8 months. And I'm actually using product. And it doesn't look blonde. It's my natural hair color. I love it. It's your smile. It shines with happiness. Thank you, Danielle. I'm really loving it. I'm not wearing this like every day. I wish I could. I wish I had the opportunity to. But you know I'm going to wear it to impress all of you guys. Grab the master ball. Don't let him get away. Oh, yeah. Here, I'll fix the shining skin problem. I'll fix the reflection. There we go. Perfect. Now my frame rate is just garbage, yo. Yo, Chris Stevenson.
Could you wish my wife
Thank you so much
birthday?
for the $20 donation.
She's
Can you
big
wish
fan.
my wife Fee
Slightly
a happy
smiling
birthday?
face.
She's a big fan. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Fee. Have a good one. And yes, your husband paid for this. Husband, wife, Chris. Husband. I have been impressed. Cool. Wonderful. You're handsome today, guy. Just give me crunch. Exposure tends to mess with frame rate. Yeah. I could try to put a filter on. I mean, I've made you guys wait this long. What's to wait a little bit longer? If I throw on just like a quick little gain filter, maybe. Add on. Not chroma. Color correction. What if I just... Pew. Perfect. How you guys doing? Can I turn the brightness down? Hi. I'm not even drinking yet. Whoa! $50 with Who's Weaving? Oh my god! You guys are... We haven't even started yet! What's up? Thank you! Wine and date night with a lady friend? Thank you! Absolutely! That's amazing! That's
Wine
really
and
freaking
date
generous.
night
Oh
with a
god, the
lady
filter went
friend,
away.
Slightly smiling face.
Saturation? No, that one... Oh, guys, I'm having too much fun. Anyway, someone take this power away from me. I should have done this before. I don't see a gain, unfortunately. I can turn the brightness down a little bit, but, like, you can only do so much. This should be 0. This should be 0. Orange. Alright, I think I'm going to stop messing with it and just say I'm pale. Cool. It's a black and...
That's so
What is that? Why is everyone throwing money? I have done nothing
Looking
but
snazzy, my
waste
boy.
time
Excited to see
messing
what
with
we
my
got here.
camera, and people have thrown $100 at me. Why? What's happening? Thank you. Wretched, thank you so much. Excited to see what we get here. Maybe we'll get to the book. Who knows? Maybe I'll just mess with my camera all day. What is it with my lighting right now? I'm not usually this pale. That's just really weird. I mean, we could just go black and white. If only I had a filter. The chat didn't realize exactly how much pressure throwing hundreds of dollars at me put on a person. You never really know how much you can handle until you've got $2,000 of donations weighing a hole in your pocket. Weighing you down like the 30-pound barbell you can barely lift at the gym, and you look over at the cute girl bench pressing 4 times your body weight and you think, I'm a nerd. Anyway. What is happening? Eventide for a new pair of shorts to go with your blazer. Thank you for the $20. Noir Nonat stream. If I can get the a voice filter, I could absolutely do that. Noir Nat 1. Guys, what is happening?
I second this wine and date night
This wine and date night idea. All right, apparently me and the girlfriend are going out for a date soon. Okay.
For a
Dude,
new
Noir
pair of
Nat is
shorts to go with your
amazing.
blazer.
Sorry, I can't donate. Did YouTube block me from Russia? No worries. No, there's never. Remember. Remember, there is never like pressure or requirement to donate. You are absolutely allowed to, and I appreciate every cent spent. But do not ever feel like you need to be in the stream. Everyone is welcome here. What have you missed, King? You've missed a lot of nothing. You've missed me messing with my camera settings. You've missed people throwing money. Oh my god. That's fantastic. I just feel like it. Oh my god. Alright, maybe we should talk about the book. You know, the book that people are here to talk about? Guys, it's... Wretched, thank you for another 25. Noir Nat wasn't first. No, dude, everybody jumped on the Noir Nat. I don't know how I've never thought of that. That might have to be a thing. If I ever do like a live play one shot, I'll make it I'll do like Shadowrun and make it all Noir.
Lol, Noir Nat damn wasn't first.
Oh, also, just to delay things even further, of course we're getting drunk while we're streaming this. It's a first impressions of a new Pathfinder book. So of course I'm drinking. My poison today is raspberry lemonade with cherry lime vodka. Yes, I'm that classy. Halloween stream? Noir Not Ones? Yes, absolutely, yes. Does this book have dead in it? I don't know. I don't know if the Book of the Dead actually contains anything dead inside. Don't open, dead inside. Got him. You got the money. End the stream. All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. This was a good stream. I'll see you later. The issue with that is it'll taste so nice that you just keep on drinking it. Absolutely. That is why I make it. I hate the taste of alcohol. So the more alcohol I can get in something and not taste it, the better. Good stream, y'all. Good stream. Okay, so for anyone here who just like really wants to know what Book of the Dead is going to get you, a lot. It's going to get you archetypes. It's going to get you ancestries. It's going to get you more archetypes. It's going to get you like just how many archetypes is this? Yo, Atnog, thank you for the $5. Bit off topic, but are you going to have a look at Battles Who Dragon Ancestries? That's out? I knew it was coming out. I didn't know it was out now.
Are you going to have a look at the Battlezoo Dragon Ancestries?
Joke
now
about
that it's
writing
out?
this down. Yes, I will probably do a look at Battles of Dragon Ancestries. I'll probably make it a video. Now that the stream has died, we can resurrect. Okay, all right, everyone, I'm calling it now. The stream has to die at least once in this stream. Like at some point between now and 6:30ish and 6 p.m. Like, my internet has to go out, something has to happen, and the stream has to die and come back. That's a rule. Yo, Wretched dropping another 25 G's. Thank you. Look at the archetypes, dude. Pathfinder already incorporated? Okay, I'm going to make a video about that for sure. Eventide, what are haunts? Haunts are something that actually already exist in the game. There are haunts in the core rulebook, I believe, at least in the APG. Haunts are a specific type of complex hazard but they're not like, there's no button to turn them off. The one that I can always think of, I think, spoiler alert for like the first 5 pages of Abomination Vaults, there's a mound of dirt that if the party approaches it, ghosts come out and start attacking the party, and the party can't hurt them back. It's a hazard, it's not a creature. So you have to succeed at like a religion check or something like that to calm the ghosts, as to disable the hazard. You can't fight it. That's what a haunt is. It's a spirit or ghost infused trap. It's awesome. Yeah, how many people we got in here right now? Sorry, I haven't looked in a hot second since we started. There's 300 of you in here? And only 60 likes. SMH. God. What's up, everybody? Holy cow, what a turnout. What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets. Never look at the viewer count. Howdy, Roy. So, I actually haven't counted how many we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 archetypes? Is that it? 12 archetypes? As well as a mini bestiary, a mini Lost Omens book, and I believe this is an adventure. So, let me double check. Is this an adventure? 191? I believe this is a mini adventure, correct? Yeah, an adventure for 3rd level characters. So, y'all, in Book of the Dead, let me just clear this up for people who aren't aware. In Book of the Dead, you are getting 12 new archetypes, a new ancestry, an entire, how many page? 100-page bestiary, a nice quick little 15-page mini Lost Omens lore book, and a 30-page level 3 adventure. In one book. This is incredible. But let's not waste any more time unless you're into it, and we can keep wasting time all day. I don't really care. I love wasting time. Can we get a "that's so cool" in the chat? Sorry. That's so cool. So I haven't looked at these. If you all have watched my recent videos, you've seen I covered the Necromancy feats, I covered the Reanimator, I covered the Undead Allies. I have not covered any of this stuff. I've read this stuff very, very briefly, but all the other chapters I have not, because up to this point I've only been allowed to talk about Chapter 2. So 1, 3, 4, and 5 are all new to me. Osmium for $5, thank you. Super excited to pick up a copy at my local bookstore tomorrow. Dude, a ghoul? Ooh. How does that work? Would Pharasma allow a ghoul to be a cleric? Because Pharasma's super anti-undead, aren't they? Ooh. He said the thing. Say the line, Bart. All right. What's up? How's it going, dude? Anyway, let's go. So let's just start moving. Let's just start looking. One thing I would like to preface. This is going to be a weird sentence, but I blame Luis Loza for it, because I always blame Luis Loza for this. This book about rotting, fetid, undead corpses, the art is still super hot. Like, so many of the characters in this book are attractive, and it's all Luis's fault. Anyway, I'm not going to go over a lot of the lore, because otherwise we'd be here forever. But I do know, like, a lot of this is about Ustalov. God, looking good. A lot of this covers Ustalov and Geb and all of that. There's information on the societies of the dead, which is amazing. So, alright. Hot, cold bodies. So, character options. We got new backgrounds. The Slayer's Catalog. Ooh, we got new items. Alright. Alright, let's just get going. We're jumping right into the player options straight away. Studies and stuff like that. Look at this cool, like, it looks like an adventurer taking notes on what they're fighting. Like you got like a Nosferatu style vampire. You got like a skeleton ghoul. I don't know. That's terrifying. Super cool. But again, we're gonna skip all the flavor. If you want the flavor, that's what you buy the book. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Anyway. If you want the flavor, go ahead and buy the book yourself. You'll take the time to read it. Because right now, I just can't read all... What is this? That's amazing! Combat corpses with mushrooms. Oh my god, it's gross and I love it. A Leshy's dinner. Oh god. No, wait, no, that's just a Leshy civilization. What am I saying? I'm being rude. This is just a Leshy's house. The Leshy's just living on it. I hope there's like a corpse fungus Leshy. That'd be cool. Okay. Is this the Slayers thing? Tools and symbols of the dead? No, we're still on some lore. There's Hunters of the Dead, the Arc Lords of Nex. There's the Church of Pharasma. All right. Yeah, because Pharasma's super anti-undead. Pharasma teaches distorted views claiming undead are abominations that usurp the balance of the cycle of souls. Is this being written from the standpoint of the undead? Because Paizo will sometimes write these books from a certain standpoint. Because you notice that Pharasma teaches distorted views claiming undead are abominations. Like, in the tabletop RPG D20 fantasy system world, 99% of everything you read will just say undead are abominations. But this book is like, yeah, they claim they're abominations. But I think... Interesting. Many among our faith. Yeah. Okay. This is written from Geb's point of view. Let's go. So these are all written as, like, enemies. Oh, my word. All right. What new backgrounds we got? Regular contact with death and dying can mark a character for life. So, too, can close encounters with undead horrors, leaving scars both visible and unseen. The following backgrounds represent such haunted backstories. All right. Curandero? What is a curandero? Is that like a Hispanic-inspired thing? I've never heard that before. You learn the healing arts of your community wielding your ceremonial chanta, a tool you carved yourself and imbued with sacred oils and herbs. Ooh. That's really cool.
That's so cool.
Yo, another $5. Thank you, Flaming Kumquat. Something to listen to while I drive from Salt Lake City to Portland, Oregon. Oh, my word. That's a while of a drive. Have fun and don't crash. Try not to be distracted by my amazing haircut and chiseled... I don't have a chiseled chin. I just have scruff on my... I'm handsome, okay? Latin American Shaman. Spanish for... Oh, it's a direct translation of Spanish for healer? Okay. Cool. All right. Connor Wisdom, free boost, medicine skill, herbalism lore, inoculation, which is in the APG. I don't remember what that does, but cool. Grave robber, sure. In your mind, dungeons are just oversized tombs, as does returning home with your loot undetected. Oh god. How many rogues are going to take this background? How many chaotic neutral rogues can you enable with one background? Curandero is a traditional native healer shaman found in Latin America and the United States. Cool. That's awesome. Yo, what's up, Eleanor? Good to have you here. Stealth, underworld lore, experienced smuggler. Sure. Haunted citizen. You grew up in a region where undead... Oh, okay. So, what's the D&D adventure? Strahd? Where does Strahd take place? I've still never played Curse of Strahd. Barovia. Yeah, so Barovia. Or Ustalav, yeah. Living with fear became an everyday skill. Bonuses to wisdom or charisma. One is a free boost. Trained in diplomacy. Lore for your home settlement. And the no cause for alarm skill. I love that. You're just really good at keeping people calm. Because you're so used to being scared. Fantastic. Ravenloft, Barovia, Ustalav. They're all the same place. Necromancer's Apprentice. Cool. Connor Intellect. Free boost. I like that they did Con. Ooh, I like that. I don't know what else they would have done, but yeah, Con's a really good one to go with intelligence. I wouldn't have thought of that. Arcana, Necromancy lore, quick identification, nice. Converting it to 2E, nice. Let me know how that goes. Because honestly, converting from 5E to 2E or 2E to 5E is so difficult because they're so different. So I have respect for anyone who's able to convert like that.
That's
like my amazing
so
design team for
cool.
Sinclair's library. You should find a link. Is the link in the description? Is there a link in the description to Sinclair's library? There better
it
be.
would suck if undead remain evil
Oh
cause
my
in a lot
god.
of
Oh, there is.
campaigns.
Okay, yes.
It would be a no-no to use evil.
Oh, I have an old description there. That's fine. There's a link in the description. You should totally check out Sinclair's library because my design team is making it for 2E and 5E, and it's amazing. OB2 are an old Pathfinder race where undead are animated from positive energy? Yo! Alright. I wish those were in here. Night Watch, sure. Strength, Charisma, Intimidation, Legal Lore, sure. The Pyre Tender? Are we playing Dark Souls? Can you just be a Firekeeper? You're experienced at building funeral pyres. Alright. Dex or Intelligence. A Dex or Intelligence background. I can't think of any others that do that. Nice. Crafting, funeral lore, alchemical crafting. That makes sense. Cool. All right, the rare ones. These are the ones that are usually a little stronger, a little more interesting. Let's check them out. Scion of Slayers. Oh, so if you want to play Castlevania and be Simon Belmont. You were born into a lineage of undead slayers, no mere occupation. In your family, slaying is a mantle of almost mystic responsibility passed from parent to child. Over the generations, the single-minded focus has begun to manifest in uncanny ways. You get strength or intelligence and a free boost, trained in athletics and undead lore, and you can just cast Disrupt Undead with intelligence? Also, very interesting wording here. You can use intelligence as your spellcasting ability. You don't have to. That means you can use charisma or intelligence for this. This is really interesting, weird wording. Just because the way it's written, you could be like, every time you cast this, you can choose to use charisma or intelligence. For those of you who don't know, if you get a spell from something that is not from your class, it defaults to charisma as your spell casting modifier. This doesn't say use intelligence. This says you can use intelligence. Very interesting. What'd you miss, that guy? Not much. A lot of fun, a lot of silly camera shenanigans, and then a little bit of intro. But otherwise, that's really cool. Tombborn. Your parents conceived you for a fell purpose at a site... Paizo, did you just write that my character's parents got pregnant in a graveyard? I mean, alright. Dex or Constitution, free ability boost, undead lore, and final spite. Wow! That's amazing. Are you saying my parents were laid to rest? I hate it. It's Trevor's backstory! Atnock, you're right! I don't want to talk about my parents. It's really awkward. That's amazing. Taking this on a fighter, like a dex-based fighter, holy cow. Just a free, I mean, honestly, any martial class. A free strike before falling unconscious? Wow, that's huge. Yo, Harjatapa, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you for all the content. But also, why are you kink shaming? Hey. I'm not shaming anyone who's doing things legally. But I am saying that getting cozy in a public graveyard is probably not legal. Mary Shelley, author of Frankenstein, literally did a guy on her parents' grave? Are you serious? Oh my god, Mary Shelley. I mean, like, live your best life, but come on. I thought that was Gilderoy Lockhart for a second. I'm changing my mind. Final Spite's alright. Yeah. Especially if you have, like, a two-handed weapon. That's amazing. Willing Host. You speak to spirits only you can perceive. Household guardians, ancestral spirits, and other entities. You can negotiate with them, allowing them into your body? Yo. This is like the, This is like the Oracle. The Curse of the Ancestors Oracle. One must be to Wisdom or Charisma. The other one's a free ability boost. You gain Spirit Lore and Host Spirit. So if it was a private cemetery, you're cool. I mean, if you own it, if you own the cemetery, you do what you want. It's your land. I'm not going to say I'm into it, but you do your thing. As long as you're not hurting anybody. Yo, a Willing Host Summoner. That'd be cool. Once per day, you attempt a skill check to perform an exploration activity, even if it normally requires you to be trained to do so. That's very specific. Whether or not the check succeeds, in the next 24 hours, you must perform a minor favor to appease the spirit, determined by the GM. You can't host spirit again. What does it do? Oh, okay, sorry, so I misread it a little bit. You become trained in a skill that you are untrained for. That's very, very specific. It's only once per day, really? Can't the sorcerer do that? Like, I guess this is a background, so it shouldn't be as good as class. But yeah, I'm trying to think it's the Imperial Sorcerer, I think, that can do it, like, once per spellcast. Are any of these archetypes evil trait? I don't think so. I think Paizo's been very, very specific to avoid, like, necromancy equal bad. It is somewhat immoral and looked down upon, but it's not directly evil. But yeah, this is a weird one. Yeah, once per day you can become trained in a skill check. Interesting. All right, not bad, not bad. All right. Now what I'm excited for, the Slayer's catalog. Hold on. This sound. Hold on. Let's go back to Noirnat. Let's go back to Noirnat real fast. Specifically for this. Oh, we're like off. There we go. Yo, Reaper's sorry, I'm in Noirnat. Reaper's Grim.
Okay,
thank
look,
you for the $10
I know getting
donation.
horizontal with the goth chick in the
Look, I know
graveyard
getting
was a
horizontal with the
questionable
goth
idea.
chick in the graveyard was a
Boo,
questionable
my kid
idea.
can slap
but
people before he dies.
my kid can slap people in the face before he dies. The people didn't realize just how effective it was to conceive in the land of the dead. But giving my child that last-ditch chance at revenge made it all the sweeter. Here in the Slayer's catalog, the undead have several innate advantages over mortal foes. Mortals tire, mortals bleed, mortals grow sick and die. It's no surprise, then, that mortals have developed countless tools and equipment over the millennia to even the playing field. Undead, however, rarely rely on such innovations to kill mortal prey. After all, they're negative energy embodied, incarnate beings of mortal destruction. Included below is a curated list of some of the more effective equipment for destroying undead. There we go. Boop. There we go. Bottled sunlight? Is this the thing that... Can Leshies drink this? This mirrored bottle contains various chemicals dissolved in 2 immiscible solvents. Shaking them induces chemical reactions that cause it to glow, giving it... Ooh, and during this hour, it can be thrown like a bomb. Doing positive damage, positive splash, and 1d4 additional fire damage. Wow. That's a bomb that does 2d4? Is that better than, like, Alchemist Fire? Hold on, what does Alchemist Fire do? Is Alchemist Fire 1d6? Alchemist Fire is 1d8. Okay, so it's 2d4 versus 1d8. Yeah, I'll take 2d4 all day. I guess the problem is that it's positive damage. That'll only hurt negative energy creatures, so it's not better, but it does do more damage. That's really cool. Immiscible means they don't mix, so like they... Oh, okay, cool. Diffuses harmlessly and is consumed anyway. Okay. Not persistent either. True. Undead with a particular vulnerability to sunlight take the maximum positive damage? That's cool. That is something I would love to see more of. If Pathfinder 2e isn't going to go the route of increasing accuracy, specifically just for the sake of balance and the crit miss system, I would love to see more effects that automatically max damage or just increase damage as a whole. You know, right now we see that on barbarians with rage, sure, but I would love to see abilities like this. You know, imagine giving a low damage die weapon, maybe a martial weapon that only does like 1d6 damage. You know, why would I ever use that? What if it has a weapon trait, or even an advanced weapon that has a weapon trait that on a critical hit rolls max damage? So you're just fishing for those critical hits. I don't know, it'd be tough to balance, but I want to see more abilities that can, like, you know, like a fighter ability to once per day auto roll max damage on your next attack. That'd be super cool. Only gets to 8d4 at level 18, huh? That doesn't scale very well, huh? The Celestial Peachwood Sword, carved from a branch of the now extinct Celestial Peach Tree. +3, greater striking, disrupting, holy, sure. Has ancient runes that can permanently destroy the most powerful undead. An undead creature of 12th level or lower that takes damage also takes 10d6 positive. Once per day, if you critically hit, DC 35 fort save where the target is destroyed. Woo! Woo! That's super... Dude, this is a cool weapon. What level is it? It's level 17. See, this would be a cool weapon to give a champion... If you're in like a level 10 campaign, and like you know you're not going to reach past level 12, like maybe the final boss is level 12, This would be a really cool weapon to give, like, your champion. Like, only the champion can use it, but they get that massive damage bump. You know, you might have to nerf it a little bit, but this would be such a cool, like, you know, Deus Ex Machina weapon. This is how the team beats the big bad. That'd be super cool. And you take damage if you destroy it, which makes sense? Question mark? It's really cool, though. It's definitely an endgame weapon, yeah. But, again, my problem, then, PF2 does this a lot. This endgame weapon, its only special ability is that it hurts level 12 creatures. It doesn't even do less damage to higher level creatures. If they're over level 12, this paragraph doesn't exist, which is really sad. And, like, this is cool. Like, if you could hit a level 20 creature, and if they nat 1, they're destroyed, have fun. There's going to be a GM out there whose BBEG is one-shot by this thing because of a nat 1. Yeah, no incapacitation on this. That's insane. But yeah, exactly. Sorry, you probably can't see it. But yeah, it feels a bit weird that a level 17 weapon has an effect that only works on level 12 creatures. Like, yeah, at that point, you're going to one or two shot things anyway. I don't know. Dawn Light. Shiny symbol of Saren. Oh, it's this thing. It's this thing right here. That's Saren Ray. You hold it in one hand. Once per day for each spell. The Dawn Light casts a first level Disrupt Undead or Light spell. Spell attack roll. Ooh, this is a way to give non-spellcasters anti-undead spells. Ooh. Ooh. Cool. Yeah, you can give this to, like, your fighter or something, and it doesn't matter. Like, they don't need a wisdom score or anything. That's really neat. At higher level, it gets Searing Light. Very cool. At even higher level, it gets Vital Beacon. Neat. That's a fun one. Yeah, I like that a lot. Ectoplasmic Tracer. So the problem there is I'm already Tracer. That's the stupidest joke I've ever made. I hate myself. This sticky fluorescing substance stored in atomizing... Paizo, can you sound less smart for my caveman brain? This sticky fluorescing substance stored in an atomizing nozzle. Can't you just say this gunk in a tube? Can't we just say this gunk in a tube sprays creatures in a cone? This marks any incorporeal creatures in a cone for 1d4 days? A marked creature is aware of the tracer. Interesting. So it lets you track ghosts. That's pretty cool. I like that. Sticky clothing in a bottle. I guess, Ian, but here's the thing. If you're level 17, you're probably fighting like a level 18 or higher Necromancer. They'll cast Summon Undead, and let me see, what level is that going to be? So Summon Undead, they're probably going to be casting it at max level. If they're level 18, that's a 9th level spell. Wow. Wow. So a level 18 Necromancer casting Summon Undead, they summon a level 13 Undead. And the weapon only works against level 12 Undead. That's really sad. Not every perfume bottle has an atomizer. Oh my god. I fear for the descriptions in Sinclair's library. All of our items are just going to be like, this thing does some stuff to a dude in front of you. Roll dice and see what happened. What is this? Okay, I'm not going to look through all these items because we're going to be here all day otherwise. Feast of Hungry Souls, Grim Ring, Final Ret. Level 18? Final Ret. Paizo! You really walking in here with the official Paizo account. Oh, I need another drink. Boom. Hey, Paizo, you better be shaking in your boots. We're coming for you. That subscription count is getting closer and closer. I think we're like 600 away. I give it a month. And I believe once I pass the Paizo YouTube channel and subscribers, Jason Bullman actually has to hand the company over to me. That was what we agreed on, yeah? I'll be the new head of Paizo. Cool. Just wanted to make sure. Oh my god, too funny. So, striking silver longsword is made from the pure silver. Whenever you critically hit an undead creature, the undead creature takes 3d6 persistent. Pretty good. And then they make a save. On a fail, they're stunned 1. Crit fail, stun. Alright. Okay, I like that it comes with Sunburst. That's really cool. I do really like that it comes with Sunburst. I have an issue. And this is just me personally. I don't think everyone has a big issue with this. I don't like an effect that if I want to get the full usage out of this, I need to not only critically hit, but they need to critically fail. Now, don't get me wrong. Stun 3 is amazing. That skips their turn, which is nuts. But, again, if you're fighting creatures, this is a Fortitude save. Undead have notably high Fortitude saves. Like, this won't be very useful against zombies of a high enough level. Again, really good against lower level Undead. If you're fighting lower level Undead, they're probably going to fail or crit fail. That's great. Probably not that useful on, like, an Undead boss, but maybe they'll roll in that one, you know? Who knows? But if this is a level 18 weapon, that means you're at least level 18. Probably fighting a level 20 creature. Are there any level 20 undeads in the game? I just want some references. Undead monsters 2. I'm just curious what the fortitude save of an undead is. No, liches don't have the highest con save, but liches are also only level 12. Unless there's like, is there a greater lich? Yeah, even a demi-lich is only level 15. So remember, we're looking at level 19 to 20 creatures. And that's not liches. You won't have this weapon to fight a lich. Bergen and Paizo, gold of intercommunication of such a context. I want to just find one that's a high level. Level 13. Is there that much high level undead? Wormwraith? Wormwraith is level 7. Isn't there a greater one? Okay, an Elder Wormwraith is level 23. Like, this is an extreme case. Like, obviously, you probably... Well, I mean, you'll probably still have this weapon. You won't find a much better weapon than this to fight undead. So if you're fighting an Elder Wormwraith, that's got a plus 32 fortitude? Okay, alright, you know? That's not... Yeah, actually, no, that's only going to crit fail on a 1. It's only going to fail on a 4 or lower. Yeah, I mean, again, it's only on critical hits. I don't know. I'm not a master of balance, but this seems... I don't think it's weak. I don't think this is weak. I just have an issue that when you have to first off critically hit, and then they need to fail. The chances of both of those things happening are so low. This book has high level undead? Really? We'll get there. I have a bestiary in front of you? Shh. No, I don't. No, this book doesn't come with a bestiary. What are you talking about? Alright, let's move on. Ooh. Is that the one we're talking about? The thing? The final rest? Check the undead in the book. I will. I shall. Looks at the greater disrupting rune. True, that does damage as well. Folk remedies. Are these items? Across Galarian, peasants have attempted to counter the undead with a variety of superstitions and practices. Some of these folk remedies are rooted in sound magical principles with the special vulnerabilities of the undead. Blah, 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 blah. So what do they do? Is this just lore? Yo, thank you. Cool. Get off der Luch.
PF2E is so concerned
say that
with
right?
balance that
Get off der
occasionally they
Luch?
balance out the fun.
PF2E is so concerned with balance that occasionally they balance out the fun. Possible. I don't know if I agree with that, but there's some truth to it for sure. Like, it's not like they're doing it on purpose. It's not like they're being like, no, it would be too fun for them to stun them every turn. Because you have to remember that the base game is written for organized play, which is supposed to be as balanced as possible, and then they expect the table to change things as needed. So, like, I can always forgive it, because as a GM, I can change that. I can change that to be on hit. I can change that to be this or that or the other thing. I can change the level 12 requirement to go up with level. You can change a lot of things. It's hard to know where the line is between actual balance and where it should or shouldn't be. Because the more power you do give in rules as written, the more you'll get the in-table arguments, honestly, where a player will be like, yeah, no, I can just have this. It's in the book. I can use this, and it does this. And then it's a lot harder. It's a lot easier. Let me put a pause. It's a lot easier for a GM to say, let's make this stronger for you, than for them to say, let's make that weaker for me. You know what I'm saying? Rule 0. I missed the whip. Okay. What's the whip? Education Eye, Peachwood Weapon. This is it's a level 7. Okay, +1 Disrupting Striking Whip has a single strip of anointed leather wrapped around its hilt in a spiral pattern. Handle of the whip ends in an oak spike that has been sanctified with ashes from the boneyard. Okay. If the spike is used to stake a vampire that's vulnerable to being staked, the vampire is immediately destroyed without having to sever its head and anoint it with holy water. If the whip is buried with a creature, the creature can't rise. That's a big sentence right there. Thank you, Doug. I'm feeling very handsome. I appreciate that. That is a big sentence. As long as the whip is with them, they cannot be risen. What you could do as a GM even is like, I don't know why you necessarily want to do this as a GM, but more so I guess as a player. If you have this magic weapon specifically, and there's like a super powerful demigod that the cult doesn't know where they are, but they can still use magic to resurrect them from like across the globe, you can just dig them up, put the whip in, bury them down, and unless the body is found, they're not coming back. Very cool. Very cool. Again, yeah, it's useless if the target knows where the body is. But if they don't, and they have no way to find it, that's pretty cool. All right, let's move on from materials and move on to the Exorcist. I have not read this yet. I'm going to grab another drink. I will be right back. Do not leave, any of you. How many people have we got? Like 250? 37. I think that's the most we've ever had in a stream. Oh my god. 375 viewers? I don't think we've ever had that many viewers in a stream before. I'm gonna go get more alcohol. Don't go anywhere. Y'all, Doggo is so done with me. Whenever I stream or record a video, after a while the dog just kind of curls up in her bed because I don't stop talking. Chair stream. Chair stream. Everyone loves the chair stream. Hey, people got the Elmo's World. Let's go. We drive him to drink. We heard you, Nonat. No, you didn't. Don't pretend you heard me. You've never heard me a day in my life. Exorcist. You store ghosts within magical vessels called spirit dwellings, which can be, anything. What? Are you a gnome? You're adorable. Why are you so cute? Damn. All right. With the motivations of exorcists run the gamut. Most are compassionate individuals who believe that every ghost, haunt, and spirit is simply a lost soul. They collect spirits expressly for the purposes of offering them comfort, guidance, and absolution. After an exorcist ministrations, these spirits are freed of their burdens, emotion, and regrets, and are reabsorbed into the river of souls. Cool. Please say hello to the Pathfinder 2 Brazilian community. You can't make me say hello to the Pathfinder 2e Brazilian community. You think I'm just going to say, hi, Pathfinder 2e Brazilian community? You think it's going to be that easy? No. I'm not your puppet. I made my will say. I'm still trying to figure out how doing the... PH, you're still back on the graveyard thing. No worries, Doom Hippie. Cheers. Have a great night. Woo! I did not add enough flavoring to that. That is like mostly vodka. Cool. That Mirror looking mad sus. Mirror looking a little sus, but he's stuck in there. He can't get out. Hey, some love for Brazil. In Portuguese, por favor. I don't know any other languages. I know very minimal Spanish. That's about it. Hola, me llamo Brogan. Mi cumpleaños es June 1. Everything else I learned from Dora, and I don't remember any of it. But the power of Sarenrae compels you. Fantastic. Imagine not being trilingual, right? Imagine. That would be so embarrassing, live on stream in front of 400 people. Additional feats. Spiritual Sense. I think that's an Oracle ability. Blind Fight. Blind Fight? Interesting. Sense Evil. Sense the Unseen. Cool, cool. Nonat esta bonita o esta noite? I think that Nonat is that beautiful? No, it's like Belle. I don't know, bonita. I don't know. I don't have time. I can be your Portuguese moderator, dude. Originally from Brazil. You know, honestly, Bernardo, I've been thinking about that. Thank you for bringing that up. I don't know if I ever said hi to you. I don't know if I've seen you till now. But yes, Bernardo, actually, I have been meaning to make you a moderator because you've been around since the freaking beginning. Let me tell you. Y'all, respect Bernardo. They have ban privileges now. But yeah, no, absolutely. That'd be great to have a multilingual mod. All right, Exorcist Dedication. Dude, yeah, since the 1,000 dice rolls, I remember. Oh, man. Is it the stand archetype? No, I don't think so. So, you've learned to attract spirits, huh? Wow, that's special. It's a level 4 archetype. That's a weird one. Okay. Through the power of prayers or ritual incantations, one mundane object becomes a spirit dwelling. Yeah. Your spirit dwelling functions as a lure for lost spirits weakened by their time on the material plane. Sure. No, even tied with the $5 of something that... is that I know how to speak French and Spanish? Is that what that says, Eventide? I know how to speak French and Spanish? Hey, spirit. You, haunt here often? Oh my god, everyone's talking in different languages now, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, right? Totally. Bonita is very... Oh, so it wasn't far off! Okay. Yeah, awesome. New viewer, your videos made me consider more and more to run Pathfinder 2e for my next campaign. Yo, cheers, Kronos. Yeah, if you're curious in it, the beginner's box is a great way to experience it without dedicating yourself to the whole thing. It's going to be available on Foundry for a pretty reasonable price, or you can get the whole thing for, I think, $40. It's a really great introduction to the system if you just want to try it out without buying, you know, the multiple rule books and an adventure or anything like that. Let's bust some ghosts. I know ASL. I'm surprised we haven't figured out a way to use ASL in text, but I guess that would be needless, because you can still read text if you're deaf. So, never mind, that's a stupid idea. I don't know what that says, Cilion, but I think that's Polish? Is that Polish? There is ASL in text? Really? I was telling my Agents of Edgewatch squad, we just hit level 11, that after we finish the AP, I would love to do a Ghostbusters-themed game. Yo, nice. NLNN is ASL in text. Really? Huh. I feel so, I've never felt so left out of my own chat. I can't read any of this. All right, Exorcist Dedication. Each day during your daily preparations, your spirit dwelling attracts a spirit wisp who dwells inside. If your dwelling contains no wisps, you can spend 10 minutes in a minor ritual to cast your spirit dwelling around an area to attract another wisp. You can also capture stronger spirit remnants from vanquished undead spirits, as explained in the sidebar. As long as you have a spirit, it gives off dim light, sure. PF2 is very global, especially because 5e can be outrageously expensive in other countries. I hadn't thought about that. But yeah, because things like Nethys and things like Nethys and Pathbuilder and whatnot exist, like You don't need to pay shipping. And does D&D Beyond cost more in other countries? I don't know. But I had never even considered the fact that Pathfinder being available for free also gets around the shipping cost of buying books. That's huge. The shipping can be more expensive than the book sometimes. Hey there, Nonat. I'm a new player to PF2E. I've played first edition but never DM'd. I have a group of 7 players that want me to 7 players? I have never run a game with 7 players. I typically like to do 3, 4 max for my own sanity. But I am a player in a 6-man 5e game. But yeah, I feel like once you pass 5 players especially, it gets very hectic. But if you're all there to hang out as a group of friends and have fun, more power to you. Not just shipping, but also taxes. Woof. It's true, I can barely read. Have you watched my videos? I get like 3 things wrong every video. That's being generous. Yeah, 7's big. 7's rough. I had a really bad experience in a game. I was a player in a 7-person one-shot, and it was rough. It was a game of 5e, and they were using the surprise round system. And I rolled a nat 1 for my initiative. So not only was I last in initiative, but I had to wait until the end of the 2nd round of initiative to even play in combat. It was a solid 45 minutes before my first turn. It was miserable. As an Australian, I'm very aware of our hobbies coming with a not living in America tax. That sucks. A full set of 5e books costs 450 PLN in Poland. I don't know the conversion rate, but I believe you. So you're saying no nat 1s is a lie? You roll nat 1s? No, I've never rolled a 1 before. Wait, no. Watch. I rolled. See, I got a 20. See? You can't see. Where's my camera? See? It's a 20. Watch. I'll do it again. Oh my god, I rolled another 20, guys. Wow. See? There's not even a 1 on this dice. Anyway, Exorcists. As an Exorcist, you do more than just collect spirits. You also help rid them of their burdens and lingering resentments, aiding their transition from the material plane. During your daily preparation, any wisps and remnants remaining within your dwelling from the previous day are purified. Just automatically. That's it. You also learn abilities that let you purify a spirit in your dwelling immediately in a cathartic surge, granting you a helpful effect as they depart for the afterlife. Okay. So far, let's read the ability first. As a reaction, if you take positive or negative damage, or take any damage caused by a haunt, ghost, or incorporeal undead, you can spend a wisp or remnant and purify it by having it perform a final act of mercy. This mercy grants you resistance to positive and negative damage against the triggering effect, equal to twice your level. Or if you expended a remnant of a creature, it's equal to 3 times the level of the creature. This is a lot of flavor to basically say once per day as a reaction, gain resistance to positive or negative damage equal to double your level. Which is good. Like, you get this at level 4, just reduce the first point of negative damage by 8. That's really good. Additionally, if you're fighting in an undead campaign, you can do this tons of times. Is there a limit? They don't last until the next day because they're auto-purified. But oh, and you can get it back for 10 minutes. It's almost like a focus spell. Yeah, it's very much like a different focus point. Yeah, it's very much like, yeah, you get it back in 10 minutes. So yeah, it's almost a focus spell as a reaction to gain resistance to negative damage, and it auto-recovers when you kill an undead creature. It's very complicated, I'll give it that. There is a lot going on here, but it's very thematic and flavorful. Oh, here's how you collect a spirit remnant. For 3 actions, you brandish your dwelling at the location where a haunt, ghost, or incorporeal undead was destroyed within the last minute. Good, you don't need to do it in combat. You don't have to, throw it like a Pokeball and pray it works. Though all spirit... Wait, is that just it? Okay, so there's no saving throw, there's no skill check, it just happens. Okay, yeah, so whenever you kill a ghost, you get another charge. Does it say how much it can hold? When does this release again? I think end of this month. Necros. I think. Is there a limit? I don't think there's a limit. They go away the next day, but I don't think there's a limit. That's cool. Giving marshals pseudo focus points. That's true. Inventor does have something like that with like their overload or whatever it's called. It's complex but cool. Yeah, exactly. 27th, 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 27th. Comes out on the 27th. Okay, so what's that? That's just the dedication. I can see why it's level 4. You wouldn't necessarily want to get that right at level 2. That's a lot. But at the same time, it would be balanced at level 2. It's complicated for level 2, but because it scales with your player level, that's not that overpowered. I wonder why they chose level 4. When should subscribers get a PDF? I think like a week before launch. So the subscriber, I don't work for Paizo. I'm not sponsored by Paizo. I don't know all the details. I think subscribers will get it probably around the 20th, but I'm not positive.
Available from QOFS.
Justin Campbell, thank you for the $5. Mammoth Lord archetype for Gargantuan companions and Mammoth Rhino T-Rex and Triceratops companions available from Quest of the Frozen Flame. That's in there? That's in Quest for the Frozen Flame? Might need to look at that. Oh, okay. So apparently you're going to get it way sooner. It's in book 3. Okay, good to know. I have the PDF. I haven't. So that's the problem is I don't want to look at it because I've never. I'm actually going to be starting Quest for the Frozen Flame this coming Friday as a player, and I'm very excited. Just made it. What'd you miss? You missed a lot of items and the first half of the Exorcist archetype. That's about it. Cast out 2 actions. You attempt to cast a malevolent entity out of the creature it's possessing. Roll a counteract check against the possession effect. You must be within 30 feet. Your counteract level is half your level rounded up. Sure. Your counteract modifier is occultism, religion, or spell DC minus 10. Why not just say spell attack modifier? This isn't like weird or anything. I'm just like, why say spell DC minus 10 and not spell attack modifier? Yo, see you later, PH. Have a great one. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. It's the same number. Weird. Can monsters be raised as the creatures they were in life, like in Pathfinder 1.0? I don't think so, Alex. The archetype that I covered in one of my latest videos, the Reanimator. When they reanimate creatures with a specific spell that reanimates them, they do change like their attacks and stats and stuff. They keep some things, but not all of them. It doesn't use any homebrew runes to change the attack mod. Fair, I suppose. Spell DC minus 10 is shorter, true, but it's also a bit more complex just up front. I feel like spell attack mod is easy, whereas spell DC you're going to need to look at it, subtract 10. I don't know. I'm nitpicking because I'm a little tipsy. If you succeed, the entity is driven out and can't attempt to possess that object for a week. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you for adding this sentence, Paizo. Because, like, I know there's GMs out there. You know, everyone knows one person in their life who would be like, good job. Okay, you forced the ghost out of his body. Next turn, he repossesses his body. No, adding this sentence of no repossessing for a week, thank you. Okay. If my girlfriend was a spirit, I would put her in a mirror. She's a pretty... I feel like it's creepy. I don't know if I'd want to put her in the mirror or not, or just let her go. I don't know. Depends on if she's destructive or not. She's also listening. Spirit's Absolution. Cost 1 Whisper Remnant from your dwelling. You purify a spirit by absolving it of its sin. The cathartic experience restores your hit points or an ally? Whoa! So again, this is like a focus spell. This is like Weaker Lay on Hands. Yeah. Yeah, for 1 action, you spend the Wisp. If you're level 6, you heal them for 6d4. Kind of cool. For 1 action, too. If you have a Remnant, 1d6 per level of the Undead. That's... yeah. Alright. I like that. Yeah, this sort of has its own focus point system in the Wisp Remnant system, and I dig it. Yeah, that's basically Lay on Hands. Eat the ghost to gain health. You don't eat them. You let it pass on, and it's you're so happy with yourself, and you feel so good that you restore hit points. It's like when you donate to charity, you restore hit points. Donate to your local charities, kids. It'll heal some of that combat damage. It's a much worse lay on hands, sure, but it's just an ability you can take in this. It's much more flavorful. You know, if you want lay on hands, just get Blessed One. This is not Blessed One. Ghost Slurpee. Ghosts are muffins. Not to pause anything, but ghosts are muffins. Nothing can change my mind. Hi, Tabaxi. Welcome to the stream. No, Carlos, I'm going to need more detail. How are ghosts like muffins? Enticing dwelling. Your spirit dwelling is particularly inviting to spirit wisps during your daily preparation when you find 10 minutes. Okay, this gives you more focus points there, spirit. Cool. Okay, yeah. This is cool. This has been... Oh, I missed Spirit's Anguish, but it looks like it's just Spirit's Absolution, but deals damage instead of healing. In a cone. Ooh, multi-target. Nice. Yeah, 1d4 with wisps, 1d6 with remnants. Cool. Both are Are ghosts tasty? I don't think they have a texture. I don't think you can't. No. Go. I'm moving on. Wait, the Hallowed Necromancer? How did I miss this? It's quite common for mages of all sorts to study necromancy. The surprisingly diverse school holds the secrets of positive and negative energy, as well as life and death. Didn't someone earlier mention positive energy undead? Josh, that was you, right? Josh, you're the one who mentioned the positive undead, yeah? Through spiritual study and introspection, they have come to recognize the evil intrinsic in the existence of undead, the fundamental wrongness of using the universal energy of death to create an appearance of life. To combat this evil, these casters learn to conduct positive energy and direct it to great effect against the undead. They may also engage in ongoing study to learn the nature of life, death, and undeath and the precise relationship between each state. These are known as Hallowed Necromancers, a slightly misrepresentative name as many of them don't use religious methods, but a frequently used shorthand. Okay, let's look into this. Necromancers, how did you miss this? Because, Paizo, this is in Chapter 1 still, and I was only allowed to talk about Chapter 2. There were archetypes in Chapter 1. But Aaron said only talk about Chapter 2. All right, I'm so curious what's going to go on here. How are these necromancers? Let's find out, Meowshi. The dedication. You need to be good This might be the first alignment restricted, aside from champions, I think it's the only alignment restricted thing in Pathfinder. Someone let me know if I'm forgetting anything, but I think aside from champions, I have not seen any alignment restrictions in this game. Able to cast spells using spell slots, able to cast at least one necromancy spell, expert in religion. In other words, a cleric. Red Mantis Assassin is evil? Maybe. You've studied techniques allowing you to blend so-called hallowed necromancy into your own spellcasting to bolster the living and destroy the undead. Oh no, is there not actual raising of dead in this? You gain the Hallowed Ground Focus spell. Cost a focus spell to cast a focus spell. You get a focus point. What does it do? Casting spells that create, heal, or aid undead. Okay, so yeah, there is not going to be good undead in this. There's not going to be positive undead here. It's anathema to even create them. As is cooperation with undead. Using negative energy isn't anathema as it serves a natural purpose, but twisting it for creation is blasphemous. If you perform acts that are anathema, you lose all access to feats. Sure. Okay. Let's scroll down and look at this Hallowed Ground Focus spell. Where's that at? For 2 actions, you pick a 10-foot burst within 60 feet. It becomes inhospitable to undead. Each undead creature in the area takes a d6 positive and a d4 good damage when you cast it. It's a shame it only affects undead creatures. Did it need to? I feel like Hallowed Ground dealing damage to something like a demon or a devil would be cool too. Good man, you didn't even look at the rest of the book. Exactly, Paizo! I mean, yes, part of me, of course, was like, yeah, I'm only going to look at Chapter 2 because that's what they told me to. But also, I want this stream to be a first impression. I'm not going to look at all this and then pretend to be surprised. There's nothing fun about that. You think I do this for the audience? No. I do this because it's fun. It would be cool if they made positive energy golems. So Tabaxi, Josh Scorcher here in chat was just talking about that. In Pathfinder 1st Edition, there was something called an Obitu, which apparently was like a zombie or skeleton animated with positive energy. So, yeah. I'm sad that's not a thing. At least not yet. After that, undead creatures have a weakness to... It inflicts a weakness! Ooh, that's cool. It's only weakness 1. So it's... The weakness goes up every 2 spell levels, so that's okay. As a focus spell, this is great. Yo, what's up, Chloe? Good to see ya! How's it going? Has been a hot minute. The spell also automatically attempts to counteract any attempt to raise... Ooh, auto-counteract? Ooh. Oh, right. I'm like, that's it? I forgot that I had scrolled down. So, Hallowed Initiate. You gain an additional focus spell, either Call of the Grave or Death's Call. I don't remember what those do. I know they don't summon undead. Allow me to use Google. Call of the Grave. That one is Ray of Enfeeblement. Basically, it sickens or slows if you crit succeed. And then what was the other one? Death's Call, which is from the Death domain. I don't remember being impressed by most of the domain spells. If a creature dies, you gain temporary hit points. Yeah, these aren't that exciting, especially level 4. You can sicken someone, or you can get temporary hit points when something dies. That's it. But it also gives an extra focus points. That's not bad. Isn't positive undead just people? I mean, you're not wrong, but you're also not technically right. It affects all necro spells? What does? Maybe, okay. Sacred spells. Chill Touch, Death Ward, Disrupt Undead, Disrupting Weapons, Holy Cascade, Magic Stone, and Sunburst are added to your spell list. These are all necromancy, even if they're normally a different school. You can prepare these spells or add them to your repertoire like normal spells on your list. Oh, so you could do this with a Angelic Sorcerer. A good alignment Angelic Sorcerer. When you gain this feat, you can retrain existing spells to replace them with the ones on this list. In addition, your knowledge of the conduits to the positive energy... Y'all ever have those moments where you're reading a rule book for like D&D or Pathfinder, and you have to stop, and you're like, what? Like, I feel like I'm reading a science textbook. Like, just close your eyes, pretend you're in a lecture hall. In addition, your knowledge of the conduits to the positive energy plane allows more flexibility with these spells, choosing one of 2 benefits. I don't know, just sometimes the specific word choice... I'm not, like, calling anybody out or anything, I just find it funny. Sometimes the word choice feels so fancy. The knowledge of the conduits to the positive energy plane. Hook up the flux capacitor. Reach 98 miles an hour. Prepared spellcasters can spend 10 minutes to replace a spell you've prepared with one of the... Whoa! Nice! That's an entire subclass of wizard right here in this feat, just allowing you to completely swap out any of these spells with a prepared spell. Amazing. If you're a spontaneous spellcaster with a signature spell... That's amazing. Wow, spontaneous casters with this archetype just get 2 extra signature spells to be heightened to any level. Granted, it's only out of this selection, but that's crazy. Dude, an angelic sorcerer who's all about, in an undead campaign, who's all about disrupt undead, would be so fun. Oh my god. It's 88 miles per hour? Joke's on you, I've never seen that movie. And that's how I lost 1,000 subscribers. Technobabble intensifies. Now you know what it's like to be in a wizard school. There's a rupture in one of the PEP conduits. We've lost power on decks 2 through 6. Quick, sorcerer. Hit the sunburst to put us into hyperspeed. Oh, God. All right, I'm tipsy. I'm officially tipsy. Can I take my dono back? No, I'm going to take my girlfriend out to a nice dinner with that money. You told me to. Gain resistance to negative damage equal to half your level plus 1. As a class feat, The plus 1 against effects with a negative trait isn't bad. That's overall meh. If you've got a lot of enemies that are casting like the harm spell, that's not bad. Because not only do you get resistance to the damage, you also get bonus to your saving throw. But, Advanced Hallowed spell. You dig deeper into the magical tools found in the wizard schools and divine domains. You gain an advanced focus spell, either Life Siphon or Eradicate Undeath, and another focus point. If you choose Life Siphon, it triggers when you expend spell slots from your class, even if they're not wizard spell. Sure. Cool. Be a monk with the Lich archetype. Call your unarmed strikes Lich slaps. You win. You win chat today. Positive. This is all still only at level 8? What? 8, 8, 6, 4, 4, and 2. Wow. This is a really low-level friendly archetype. Positive Luminance. You gain the domain spell Positive Luminance, and it costs a focus point. Sure. What's Positive Luminance? It's in the core rulebook, but I don't know what it does. You become a beacon of positive energy. You glow in a 10-foot emanation of bright light. You get an internal pool of light. At the start of each of your turns, you can use a free action to... What is this spell? Hold on. Let me get my display capture up here. Oh, no. Let me move this over. Let me get my display capture on here. Oh, no. I've never... This is in the core rulebook. I've never read this spell before. I have... Oh, that's... Let's go ahead and reset transform. I have never, ever read this before. Drawing life force into yourself, you become a beacon of positive energy. You glow with bright light in a 10-foot emanation. Sure. You gain an internal pool of light called a Luminance Reservoir, which begins with the value of 4. At the start of each turn, you can use a free action to increase your reservoir by 4, also increasing the radius of your light by 10 feet. If an undead creature damages you with an attack or spell while inside the range of your light, they take positive damage equal to half your reservoir value only on the first time they damage you in a round. If you dismiss the spell, you can target a creature within your light and direct the energy into it. It heals a living target or damages an undead target by an amount equal to your reservoir value. This was in the core rulebook? This feels like the most complicated spell I've ever read. And when it heightens both the initial value and each turn increases... Oh, God. I get it. I do get it. It's not that complicated in practice. But, man... This is just a focus spell that gives you another resource you need to keep track of. Not a fan. Not a fan. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely good if you're fighting undead creatures. But, man... Oh, Chloe, I couldn't agree more. Domain spells. Everybody look both ways. Make sure Paizo's not still in the chat. Domain spells are some of the least balanced spells in the book. Some of them are incredible. Some of them are downright useless. Some of them can, heal or damage for really good numbers. Not Scorching Ray. Ray of Fire, fantastic. But then you look at some of them, which are like, oh, on a critical success, you fascinate a target for 2 rounds. And I'm like, that's not very good. The moon one with the phases? I don't know that one. This is an option alongside the one that lets you just jump better. Yeah, I know there's like VTTs to make it easier to track stuff, but I don't usually use that. It's not an excuse to do things for all tables, saying there's technology to track it for you is not an excuse of making something harder to track. Yeah, not to go off track on a rant here, but Fascinate is not a good feature. As a GM, I am very nice with making the Fascinate status better. But what does it do overall? They take a -2 to perception checks and skill checks, and they can't concentrate. Sure, if a spellcaster is sustaining a concentrate spell, why not? Fascinate's fine. But, -2 to perception checks and skill checks. A lot of enemies, like, unless they are intimidating to demoralize, or maybe fainting with deception, they're not making skill checks. Enemies are not making many skill checks. Yeah, and it breaks if it breaks if you attack an ally of the fascinated creature. Like, come on. You poo-poo fascinate, but it's a hard counter to demi-liches? I don't know enough about demi-liches. Babe, why are you donating? Cool. That's my girlfriend donating $2. What are you getting for dinner?
What am I getting for dinner?
Chinese food at Panda Express. Thanks. Love you. Bye. But no, I am a GM that, like, if a subject is fascinated with something, they will spend their actions moving towards it. Honestly, fascinated might be overpowered at my table. In a very recent session, they were fighting a great white shark. And the sorcerer, my friend Andrew, had the really great idea to cast a spell. I can't remember the name of the spell. Phantasmal Treasure, I think it's called. It summons up the, like, most appealing thing of the target. And if they succeed, even if they succeed their saving throw, they're fascinated until the end of its turn. And I'm like, cool. So he casts Phantasmal Treasure on the shark, and it summons, like, a completely naked, like, vulnerable human to be eaten by the shark. And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna spend its next turn going towards that creature, the thing. You know, sure, it might want to attack the party, but it's fascinated with this thing, so it's gonna move towards it and then attack it and then realize it's fake. You know what I'm saying? That was a rant, sorry. That was a really big rant, but I don't like the fascinated condition. Exactly, like Bone Mow or Demoralizer are just better. Anyway, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Girlfriend, Chinese food. So, I don't know if y'all follow Paizo on Twitter, but let me pull up the Paizo Twitter real quick. Cause still Chipsy, still in chapter 1. Yeah, Barnardo, like anyone expected anything different. Look at this. I go to Paizo. Paizo retweeted my stream, which is super nice. But they just said he's still talking. Like, yeah, he's still talking. I love this company. All right. Oh, actually, before we get back to it, I need to get another drink. Oh, boy. It's 4:20 o'clock. Let's go. Everybody make a wish. It's 4:20. It's the funny haha number. Oh boy. session. Even worse, it's for a podcast. It's not my podcast. But I'm one of the players on an existing podcast. And, I'm probably not going to be sober for the session. So that'll be interesting. Okay. Anyway. Paizo destroyed you. More alcohol. No. No, Pills Hut, I promise. I'm still here. I just needed more bad decisions. I have a session in 4 hours. Let's go. Hey, we aren't here to sit and stare at a page. We're here for Nonat. Well, if only he was here and not intoxicated. What's the podcast? I think it's the Four Corners. Let me just double check with my Discord. Yeah. I don't know if they released the pilot episode yet, but it's the Four Corners podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying anything, but I am. Because of your health, I know my limit first last, trust me, but I appreciate the concern. Just don't drive to the game. Only place I'm driving is to Discord. Fascinated for doing the Obi-Wan at the tractor beam trick. Yes, I know what scene you're talking about because I have seen Star Wars. Anyway, bad decisions is what necromancy is all about. Exactly. Anyway, final feat for the Hallowed Necromancer is Consecrated Aura. That's the story of how I lost another 1,000 subscribers. I don't watch movies. I'm sorry. I struggle to sit through movies. No, I really don't. I'm pretty sure I have adult ADHD. I have never had it diagnosed, but I'm almost positive. I've watched episode 4. I've watched A New Hope. That's the only Star Wars I watched. I watched it in college. I was not impressed. I think it was overhyped. I don't think it was a bad movie, but it did not live up to literally 20 years of hype. Don't worry, Gloomfall. We do dinner and a movie occasionally. It's a nice blue moon when I'm able to watch a movie with girlfriend. I sit through it for her because I love her and she deserves it, but I really struggle. I have to step away, think about what you've done. You mean what I haven't done, which is watch Star Wars, because I've never seen them. ADHD gang, rise up! How'd you say the podcast is named? Where can I find it? That's the one with the tractor beam? I don't remember. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can find it. Do they have a link to it? Here it is. Okay, I am putting the link in chat. Pretty sure that's them. Hope that's them, otherwise that's going to be really awkward. Yeah, that's them. Is that them? Did I put it in the wrong chat? Maybe I put it in the wrong chat. This is them, right? No, don't think that's them. I think that's the wrong link. I think I'm an idiot. I think I'm just tipsy. That's okay. Maybe not. No, I think that's them. I don't know. I'll release an actual link when the first episode goes live. I'm a therapist, and I'm pretty sure you have ADHD too. We wouldn't want you any other way. I could definitely use some medication to help me get my work done better. Honestly, like in the grand scheme of things, I love streaming because I love interacting with chat and having content to bounce off of. Because I just love bouncing off of you guys. It's more engaging. And as much as Olimar wants me to read the book, I much prefer talking and engaging with the community because that is really fun for me. But honestly, making videos gets difficult for me, especially if I'm having a rough focus day. Sitting down, recording raw footage for an hour and a half, and then editing it for 5 hours, really hard to do with my brain. There's an Adderall shortage. Interesting. I didn't know that. Anyway, sorry for turning the Book of the Dead stream into a film studies class. All right. Anyway, Consecrated Aura. Your body radiates positive energy, making your very presence disorienting to undead and encouraging them to move. Is this feat just BO, but only undead can smell it? Caffeine does not chill me out, but it does help me focus. Oh my god. The effect plays upon the instincts flowing through their bodies from negative energy and can thus affect even mindless creatures. You gain an aura of stank energy in a 20-foot emanation. Each undead creature that ends its turn in your aura must succeed at a will save against your stank DC or become nauseated 1. A creature that succeeds its This feat just makes you smell really bad to zombies. I know it's a positive aura that they have to overcome to counteract their negative energy, but that's all this is. It's just BO, but only zombies can smell it. Exactly, Kevin. Exactly. Yes. I can get 6 hours of work done in 2 hours, but it takes me 8 hours to get to it. Last time I had coffee, it literally sent me to sleep. Oh, man, I love coffee. My liver's not happy right now? No, Kevin, I'm just a lightweight. I've only had, like, the equivalent of, like, 3 or 4 beers over 2 hours. I'm not that bad. It's honestly a combination of minor intoxication with the high of streaming. Because I love streaming. I love talking to you guys. I love getting an opportunity to interact directly with the community. So that high, that rush of dopamine, my ADHD, and the intoxication of a little bit of alcohol really goes a long way. And I have a blast. Do you think Dhampir would smell it? Dhampir are not undead, so no, actually. It's an interesting interaction, but since Dhampir are not undead, they are living creatures, they just have negative healing, so no. If you play a bard with the Hallowed Necromancer and cast the Astral Projection Ritual, can you sing slowly in a melancholy tone? Hallowed from the other side. I wish the undead would all die. I'm not that drunk, Ossifer. If I have too much caffeine, I start vibrating at speeds you can only find in a toast. Oh, my word. Who's ready for this book to be public? Everybody. Did you see Paizo's? Yeah, if we talked about it like a minute ago. Yeah, he's still talking. Oh, my God. Ghost PCs? I'm going to make a video on the PC, so don't worry. Anything I don't cover today, there will also be videos for. Don't worry. Video Maniac with $2. The whip can also be bait for players to take off. Oh, you must be way behind in the video, which means you're not going to hear me unless you watch this whole thing, in which case I'm going to refer to your comment like an hour and a half later. The right campaign, it's very good, yes. BO, but only they can smell it. You don't need Old Spice. You need oldest spice. You need holy spice. Okay, Soul Wardens. Look at this man. This is not an insult to the art. This might be the most generic piece of Paizo art I've ever seen. It is not bad. It is not low quality. But it is very clearly a European man in armor with a sword and a shield who happens to be blessed by a deity. So what does Soul Warden do? You consider yourself an honorary... There's something really funny about the term honorary psychopomp. Say Dhampir again. Dhampir. Shepherd of spirits who ensures the cycle of souls progresses unimpeded. Although you're unable to safeguard the cycle of souls in its entirety, you strive to ensure each soul's time on the plane. Dude, there's one of my friends actually has a D&D character this would be perfect for. He's playing a paladin in 5e whose whole gimmick is making sure souls can move on and redeem themselves. This is legitimately him. Adult ADHD gang represent! Not to mention how hard it is to watch movies. Thank you, Remilia. Thank you. I can play video games for 10 hours straight because I'm actively doing something, but I can't sit there and stare at a screen not moving my thumbs. A fickapimp. A ficklepump. Sounds like you should get him this book then. I'll probably send him this, just at least a screenshot of what the dedication can do. Though, what can the dedication do? You get all the domain feats, which is interesting. Not what I expected. Huh. Reminds me of a brown-haired Keanu. It does look like Keanu Reeves. Oh my god. If Keanu Reeves had brown hair and grew out his hair and beard... Yo, did you know Keanu Reeves was in Pathfinder 2e? Hold on, I'm making that tweet right now. I'm stealing that joke. I hope you know that I'm stealing that joke completely and I'm putting it on Twitter. I'm putting it on Twitter right now. Copy. We go to Twitter. Did y'all know that... How do you spell Keanu? Keanu Reeves was in Pathfinder 2e. I didn't. Tweet. Done. I stole your joke. I did not give you credit. I'm a terrible person. Oh my god, that's really funny. It does kind of look like the protagonist from Disco Elysium, too. The ADHD of watching films is pausing it every 20 minutes to go to something else and taking 6 hours to watch a 90-minute film. True. Anyway, what does this archetype do? You can take... Oh, so you have to be trained in occultism or relationships. Trained in occultism or religion and worships Pharasma or a psychopomp usher. Okay. I didn't know there were hip-hop singers under the psychopomps, but cool. You can take 10 minutes to emblazon Pharasma's holy sigil, a spiraling comet that represents, okay, yes, upon a shield, tabard, banner, or other prominent object that you wear or wield. The symbol doesn't fade for 1 year, but if you emblazon it again, any symbol you've previously emblazoned and any symbol already emblazoned instantly disappears. The item becomes a religious symbol of Pharasma and can be used as a divine focus. Sure. Whenever an undead creature or captive soul is within 100 feet of this object... Wow! Sorry, I stopped reading. This is what I do in real life. I stop reading and react, but that's insane. Whenever an undead creature or captive soul is within 100 feet of your object, your spiral glows, shedding dim blue light. So poor GMs. This dedication just says, hey GM, are there any ghosts around? My shields should be glowing if there's ghosts around. Like, they can hide, but unless the creature is actively hiding, your GM is forced to say, yeah, your shield starts glowing. Wow! You get Sting for undead. Josh and Chloe both. You're not even wrong. Holy cow, that's so good. I get that reference. That's Lord of the Rings.
Guess what movies I've never seen? But I've played some of the video games. Don't unsubscribe, please.
It's Sam! It's Danny Phantom's ghost breath. I would 100%. I would absolutely allow someone with this dedication to have the... You know, in Danny Phantom, he'll be hanging out in the lunchroom, talking to Tucker, and then he'll be like, you know what's weird? Ghost sense. Oh my god. Stop telling people these things. Never! I'm an honest to a fault kind of guy. Just like Sinclair. Educate this man. She's tried! Mora is a diehard... That's my girlfriend. It's Mobile. She's a diehard... Maybe not diehard, but she's a Lord of the Rings fan. And they're just long movies. We watched the first half of Fellowship. That was pretty good. I liked it. They're just really long. But yeah, no, it's legit just Danny Phantom's ghost breath. I love it. In addition, does a Lich's soul cage count as a captive soul? I don't think so, no, because it's not a captive. It's living there of its own volition. I'm curious about Rings of Power. I will watch it. Get this boy some Adderall? No! Maybe. Probably. Yes. Depending on how the Kickstarter does and if I can afford it. You can cast Disrupt Undead as a divine innate cantrip at will. As normal, a cantrip is automatically heightened to half your level rounded up. You can using Wisdom. When you have at least 2 other feats from this archetype, the spiral glows with bright light in 10-foot radius. Oh, bright light 10 foot instead of just dim light 10 foot. Okay. Feats that require a creature or object to be in the light of your spiral function whether it's in the bright or dim light. Okay, cool. So it glows brighter and brighter the more you dedicate to it. This is something I want more archetypes to do, honestly. Spoiler alert. real quick. Plug for Sinclair's library. If you haven't signed up for our mailing list, scroll down to the description and do that because it's going to be awesome. But this is very similar to how all of the cursed archetypes are going to work in Sinclair's library. For those of you who don't know, we are introducing archetypes for things like corruption, lycanthropy, and more. And a lot of them, most of them honestly, have at least one feat that scales with the amount of feats you have. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think
That's so
one of them, it's either corruption or lycanthropy, is like
I forgot I
one
was
of them
way
has an
behind in the
action that
stream.
you deal this much damage plus plus X, where X is the number of feats from this archetype. So like if you have like 6 feats from the archetype, you get 6 bonus damage. So it rewards you for dedicating more of yourself to the curse, which is the entire thing of do you embrace the curse or fight the curse or try to live with it. But I want to see more of this officially, where you get additional features based on how many feats you take in the archetype. Because not only, you're sacrificing a class feat, unless you're playing with free archetype, which why aren't you? But even then, free archetype, it's still a very limited resource. You should get some reward for spending this resource beyond just the somewhat limited abilities. So like the resilience feats, I'm not familiar with those. Video Maniac, another $2. Forgot I was behind the stream. There you are. You're caught. You caught up. What happens if the Necromancer in your group summons undead when you're trying to ambush the enemies? So technically, don't you need a body to summon undead? I would never make it a requirement. Animate dead. Maybe you don't. Technically, no, you don't need bodies to animate dead. But remember, animate dead does have the verbal component. GMs, this is something a lot of people overlook, and I'm going to ruin a lot of people's plans this way. But remember, if you are casting a spell with the verbal component, and you don't have a feat or anything that lets you silence it, you can't just whisper a verbal component. If you and your party are about to ambush someone, and you cast Animate Dead, well, you may be hiding behind a bush, but your character is still going, enemies are going to hear that. No, I'm running a sandbox game and the pieces are currently in Ustalov. Yo, this is going to be perfect. Some of your players might become undead. Oh, Ayla. The way they've integrated undead is so cool. For those of you who aren't aware, we'll get to them by 6. We still have another hour and 20 minutes. The undead archetypes in this game are not ancestries. I think a lot of people expected them to be like versatile heritages like a tiefling or an Aasimar. No, they're class archetypes. When you become a zombie, you're going to sacrifice one of your fighter feats becoming a zombie. And then if you want more zombie abilities, you need to spend your feats on them. You'll still get elf feats as you level up, but they are not ancestries, and it's super cool. Use the undead as bait. No, you don't. You summon the undead from another plane. You don't actually, Bernardo. You don't summon undead from another plane. Specifically, your magic dredges up a corpse or skeleton and fills it with necromantic light. It comes out of the ground in front of you. Are the archetypes for any class or are they specific? The cursed archetypes in Sinclair's? Any class. I don't think there's any archetype in the game that is specific to certain classes, except for class archetypes, which are a totally different feature. I stepped away and missed most of Soul Warden? No, you didn't, General Knight. Don't worry, we've been on the dedication for 30 minutes. We will make it to the undead archetypes, damn it. I promise. Skeleton is the exception. Skeleton is an ancestry. Yes, Chloe, you are correct. Does free archetype work with undead archetypes? I would allow it. You mean the undead archetypes? Yes. Undead archetypes are available to anybody regardless of their original ancestry or class. Yes, you can be an elf fighter lich. You can be a gnome wizard skeleton. Doesn't matter. Soul Forger is semi-coded for champions? Interesting. Kind of like that. Yeah, how they lean into being undead. When Kingmaker finally comes out, one of my players' entire idea is to become a lich. So I've been playing through Wrath of the Righteous on my own time. Lich Path is pretty cool. Dragon Knight archetype is class. That's true, I suppose. Dragon Knight, it's very open. But yeah, you do need to be a Dragon Barbarian, Dragon Sorcerer, or Kobold. One of the three. I kind of wish Dragon Stance Monks could take it, but I understand why not. It also means they can level gate Lich. Yes, I'm so happy that even a skeleton can become a Lich. Actually, wait a second. Wait a second, Chaos. I think you're right. I think a skeleton can become any other undead. You can be a skeleton zombie. Unless there's some line in there that says otherwise. Anyway, Soul Warden. Cycle spell. Choose from Bless, Disrupting Weapons, or Heal. You'll make the selection when you take this feat and it can't be changed. Once per day, while your spiral is glowing, you can cast the spell. That's cool. Once per day spell of those level 1 spells. Not bad. Wait, what level are they? What level are they? All zombies have skeletons. Yeah, exactly what Eleanor says. You just staple on more meat. Wait. Choose from Bless, Disrupting Weapons, or Heal. Once per day. Okay, does Divine Innate mean that they're heightened automatically? They'll be lowest? Undead Automaton, 5 Nights at Pathfinder. Can anybody confirm that? Innate spells are always lowest? Heightened to half level. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Eventide's right. Like, Bless doesn't heighten, I don't think. And neither, I don't know if Disrupting Weapons does either, but Heal does. Means they're level 1? Is there anything here that... That can't be right. Only cantrips are heightened? Right, but this can't be right. Otherwise, this feat's useless. This feat would be completely useless if it didn't heighten. That means this feat gives you 1d8 healing plus 8 once per day. That's it. Captivator's the exception? What? Is there any upgrade to cycle spell? I don't see it. Core Rulebook, page 302. Innate level 1 spells don't auto-heighten. Wow, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, I thought the same thing, LeBomb, but yeah, I don't see any spells that heighten it. That's really unfortunate. Just imagine a naughty mummy wrapping its own webs. That's actually adorable, and I love it. Yo, Zin! Good to see ya. Huh. Wait, you're a fool? Whack? Yeah, again, I guess Bless and Disrupting Weapons doesn't heighten, does it? I'm really glad I can type even when I'm drunk. Yeah, Disrupting Weapon heightens too. Are they just useless? Thanks for the subs, Alan and Nigel. Alan and Nigel sound like really good British friends. Anyway, I'm getting hung up on this. I'll need to get some confirmation on this, but if they don't heighten, that's really unfortunate. And Bless will be the only one worth using after like level 5. You get a familiar, Psychopomp Masked Crow, dude. Yeah. Your familiar gains Life Sense with a range of 30 feet. Yo, new familiar abilities. Life Sense, super cool. Can touch incorporeal creatures to... Wait. Are incorporeal creatures immune to touch spells? A Konrasu zombie or vampire. Dude, a Konrasu vampire sounds awesome. Can you not use touch spells on like a ghost? Oh, any spell they deliver gains ghost touch. Ghost touch does bonus damage, right? Yo. Okay, so it doesn't deal bonus damage, but a lot of ghosts have an innate weakness to ghost touch. That's cool. You need to touch them, but you can't touch them? I don't know if that's the case. Like, there's a ghost commoner. That's like a nice little ghost. Immunities. Death effects, disease, paralyze, poison, precision, and unconscious. That's it. Nothing about being immune to touch spells. Resistances, all damage, rejuvenation. Creating a ghost, increased strength modifier. Yeah, technically. So, does Ghost Touch get around the resistance? The weapon can harm creatures without physical form. Or Ghost Touch is particularly effective. I don't actually see anything on Ghost. Does it say weaknesses? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. It's not about incorporeal. Ghosts have resistance to all damage, except Ghost Touch. So it's really weirdly explained, but your spells gain the Ghost Touch property, meaning they circumvent the Ghost's resistance. So if a Ghost has resistance 10 all damage, your spell will not be reduced. Technically, a Ghost, if you throw a fireball at a Ghost, they still get their damage resistance. But if you deliver Shocking Grasp with Spirit Touch through your familiar, it gets around that resistance. Yo, Hard Top, thank you for another $2. Leshy Lich? Alishy. Alishy sounds adorable and terrifying. Vampire Goblins with the Unbreakable Heritage and the Super Bouncy feat. All I'm seeing is a large bouncy ball of goblins with teeth. And they already had teeth, so it's not that different. Look at Incorporeal and the Bestiary. Incorporeal trait. They usually have resistance against all damage except Ghost Touch. Okay, fair enough. With double the resistance against non-magical. Okay, yeah. So it says usually. That's fair. All right. Zombie Wrestler? Alicia Milk? What does that mean? I'm just thinking of the lychee. Isn't that a fruit? The lychee fruit? Toy Poppet Ghost. Oh my god, the options. Liberate Soul. For 2 actions, once per hour, when there is a ghost nearby, you can counteract a possession of... Okay, so very similar to the Hallowed Necromancer, you can counteract possession. You must be within 60 feet of the possessed receptacle. Your counteract level is half your level rounded up. Counteract modifier equal to defense spell DC minus 10. If it fails, they're immune. Fair enough. Yeah, makes sense that both this and the Necromancer get that. Spiral Sworn. Once per 10 minutes, for 1 action, you trace a spiral in the air. For 3 rounds, very specific 3 rounds, your strikes and spells, okay, deal additional damage against undead, possessed, or creatures you have witnessed, create, or commit. Deals bonus damage to freaking people who create undead? You gain a status bonus to damage with your strike against these creatures. Alright. I'm sorry. I'm drunk. I'm sure you're sick of this. Time for another mini rant. I hate bonus equal to number of weapon damage die. Give me half my level. You know? Like, number of weapon damage die, you're never rolling more than 4 damage die. At level 20, that's 4 extra damage. Like, maybe with spells it's higher, but like, come on. That's so boring. I hate, and they've used this for so much. Like, especially power attack. Bonus equal to number of weapon damage die. I don't know. I hate this. Exactly, plus 4 damage at level 20. Woohoo! On every hit for 3 rounds, let's say you have min-maxed. You've min-maxed a flurry dual-wield ranger into this. At level 20, you attack, let's say, 5 times, and you manage to hit every single time. 20 extra damage at level 20. Total. If you don't miss. That's it. Read Expand Spiral, that's the upgrade? Sure. But, like, again, they've tied too much to weapon progression. I should make a video on that. I'm writing that down. Hold on. I'm writing this down because that's something I need to make a video on. Too much tied to weapon progression. Because it's another thing that feels like, oh, this feat doesn't matter if I get stronger. It matters if my weapon gets stronger. And that feels bad. You know? It doesn't matter how strong my character is. If they don't have a major striking rune, doesn't matter. Doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? I mean, 20... Yeah, I'm not saying 20 is nothing at level 20, but it's not amazing. You know? I don't know. Maybe 10 is too much because half the level 20, but eh. Spells you class from soul slots get a status bonus to damage against these creatures equal to the level of the spell. That's so much better! Oh my god! Well, maybe not. How does that work with Magic Missile? Spells you cast from spell slots gain a status bonus to... Wait, that's... Okay, now on the other end of the spectrum, that's broken. If you cast magic... Hold on. Wait. If you cast Magic Missile at level 5, every single missile is... So you at level 5 for 3 actions, you shoot 9 missiles. With this feat, each missile deals 1d4 plus 6. I guess it's the same. I guess you're right. I guess it's the same as Dangerous Sorcery. Is Magic Missile just broken in mid to high level 2e? Magic Missile caps? Oh, combine the damage. Okay, so it's only... So it doesn't buff Magic Missile against one target. Magic Missile against one target deals all of its damage at once. Okay, so that's definitely more balanced. But technically, if you have 9 targets, each missile still does 1d4 plus 6. Okay. Right, I'm not talking about the strike at this point. Sorry, I should have highlighted it. I'm talking about spells you cast gain damage against creatures equal to the level of the spell. That's so much better. Which, granted, spells need the help right now. Spells are in a weird... Especially spell attack rolls need help compared to weapon strikes because they are weaker. Spell saves are better than strikes. I guess if I had to put an order, spell saves are the strongest, then strikes, then spell attack rolls. The spell applies only to spells that deal damage, sure. If Spiral is glowing, you can target a willing creature. If you do... So, like, if you're a champion, you can just give this to your wizard. Oh my god! It doesn't apply against every... I'm pretty sure it does. Because Magic Missile just says, if you shoot more than one missile at the same target, combine the damage before applying bonuses. But if you shoot them at all separate targets, each point gets different damage bonuses. Wait till you get to Expanded. Let's jump right to that because it's related. At level 10, when you use Spiral Sworn, you can spend 2 actions instead of 1 to grant the benefits to... Huh! I'm going to go to the bathroom. Paizo's going to think about what it's done. That's dangerous sorcery for up to 8 allies! At level 10! I return. Just kidding. Drink number 4. Got him. So, again, I know you can hear me, chat. You know what this feat is? You know what this is? This is a, it's very similar to the Martial archetype. Marshall. You know how, like, the Martial has a feat that lets all of his allies attack for free? It's very similar to that. I guess this is almost like a Martial archetype for spellcasters. I can get behind that. That's pretty cool. Alright, y'all. It's 5 p.m. We gotta keep moving. I was voiding my bladder. That's true. Welcome over to Book of the Dead. First impressions where our host has just returned from the drinking realm, just had to turn back around to drink again. Truth. It's more than 8 allies. Oh my god, you're right, Carlos! I forgot the light goes out. If you can get the Wizards or Mages Guild to side with you, if you have a bunch of NPCs, and they all use Magic Missile. Wait. I'm gonna do something stupid here. Hold on, Carlos has inspired me. Alright, hold on. If I open up my calculator, let's say... Let's min-max the hell out of this. A 20-foot area. Let me count the squares. Hold on. Area guide, Pathfinder 2e. Where's images? Images. Not like that. Area effects. There it is. So a 20-foot area is that big. That is up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... plus 36. So 44 allies. Oh, that's a burst. Hold on, that's a burst. They have an emanation. Close enough. 44. We'll go with 40. Let's just make it easy and go 40 allies. Let's say you have 40 mages. All casting Magic Missile at the same 3 targets. And let's say they all cast it at level 1. That's like 40 extra damage, right? Spells you cast gain a status bonus to the damage against equal to the level of the spell. Even if they're all first level Magic Missile, they're all getting +1 damage. But it's against 3 targets. That's 120 extra damage. Even if they're all level 1, provided it's against 3 targets. Oh, man. That's stupid. That's a really fun one. I like that a lot. What's my chat saying? It's create an order to fight the undead, consisting of NPCs, a prerequisite for which will be possession of Magic Missile. What if there's pixies riding their alpha? You just have 40 medium-sized creatures with 40 pixies riding on their shoulders. It's only against... You're right, it is only against undead. That's really funny. Oh my god. Wait, they have a non-generic... Oh, with non-generic spell strike. Okay. Oh my god, that's really fun. Pixies riding... Pixies riding Ratfolk with Swarm? Is that 120 creatures? Because that's 3 creatures per... No, 4 creatures per space, because each Ratfolk can have a pixie. That's 160 creatures, each casting level 1 Magic Missile for 1d4 plus 2 damage. So that's 160 d4 plus 320 damage. That's so stupid. I want to throw a fireball into the... This is like Pathfinder's version of the peasant cannon from 5e. Oh god. Oh my word. Anyway, let's move on. Enhanced familiar with augury, safeguard soul, saves against death effects. Cool. I'm gonna skip Bloodborne here. It's literally just Bloodborne. You add the weapon damage and the spell damage to the different sources, so you're actually... Oh my god, you add both, because if it's a Magus, holy cow. Yo, Ty pulling it in the freaking 3-dimensional thinking if you've got flying pixies above you. Just fill in the 3-dimensional area. Oh my god. Oh. Was the peasant railgun at 3.5? I don't remember. Can we please see vampire? I'll give you another drink. Deal. All right. I'm gonna skip down to because I want to read the ancestry stuff. Slayer stuff looks cool. It's very Bloodborne. And then all of this stuff I have or will make videos on. We've got the necromancy feats. We've got the reanimator. We've got undead allies, which I talked about. Let's go check out the actual undead player characters. We got 1 hour left. With the power of friendship. Pixies riding strings. Holy cow. That becomes a question of how many characters can you fit in a 20-foot area? Technically 30-foot if you get every single feat in the archetype. Anyway, how many pixies per square? 2 pixies and 2 rat folk per square, except for when they're flying, because they would have to be on another ancestry that's flying. Undead Master, I'm going to make a video about. Undead Master is cool. Honestly, there's not that much to say about Undead Master. I might not even make a video about them, because honestly, they're just Beastmaster. They've got like 1 or 2 unique feats, but they're just undead instead of animals. That's it. Is it a sphere? If the person with the archetype can fly, it could be a sphere, yes. Deities, very cool. But we want to talk about also, again, like, this is still really creepy, but also, like, Urgathoa? Like, if you just see this, kinda cute, though. Am I weird? Probably. The Undead Eidolon has been the most skipped thing in these previews. I skipped it, didn't I? Okay, no, we're gonna rewind. I did mean to cover the Undead Eidolon. I think it was back up in Companions, wasn't it? Hold on. Rewind. Where is it? Is this it? Yes. Okay, I'm so sorry. Honestly, thank you, whoever sent that. Thank you, How. Yes, I will cover that. Drunk? How dare you, Kevin? How dare you call me drunk after I've had 4 drinks with 2 shots each in 2 hours? How dare you? All right. Let's go. Let's talk Eidolon. An Eidolon and Summoner linked together via life force, which undead lack. Undead spirits have an easier time manifesting on their own than sharing a link with a living creature. Dompiers and creatures with a negative healing have a much easier time. It will be more uncomfortable and unlikely, but an undead Eidolon can bond with a living creature, and the connection to the living grants them unparalleled freedom from the cravings and weaknesses of undeath. Your Eidolon is an undead spirit pulled from the ethereal or negative energy plane, embodied and bound to your life force in an unusual, potentially antithetical way that even other summoners can't quite understand. Undead Eidolons take about every shape and form as their bodies manifest from their connection to you. Could you have an undead elemental? Before I read any more about summoners, I'm just thinking, can you reanimate an elemental? Or if an elemental dies, do they seek to exist? Like, is there a body left? Could you infuse it with negative energy? And make it a negative energy elemental? These are the questions. Anyway. Necromentals? This is a thing? Necromentals? What? That's a thing? I have to look that up. Their ultimate form can be influenced by an amalgamation of the echoes and memories of their old life before becoming undead, their cause of death, their encounters in the afterlife, and portions of your own essence. Together, you and your Eidolon need to explore the mysteries of life, death, and undeath to understand what your bond means, and find out that the real treasure was the undead friends you made along the way. Negative, positive energy are metaphysical forces. They should have elementals, right? I've never seen a... That's not necessarily true. I have seen a positive elemental, but never in Pathfinder or D&D. Ironically, I've seen it in the Warcraft universe. In Magic the Gathering, there's a concept similar to undead elementals that wither everything around them. That makes sense. Can we see the old friend companion art? Yeah. Yeah, we can pull up the old friend real quick. I won't talk about him today, but old friend is some of the best art in this book. Look at this. Honestly, scarily resembles my dog. Where did my dog go? Dog? Dog, you're still alive, yeah? Hey, dog? I'll pick you up. I'll carry you. Here. You okay? Want to pick you up from below? Dog. Old friend. You're very patient with me. I appreciate that. All right. You may reside here for as long as you choose. Hello, dog. I didn't realize how low I was. There's dog. There's dog. Hey, dog. Are you just confused, or do you want to stand here? She's so sleepy. She's not a big yawn. Anyway, we were talking about the Eidolon before I got distracted by dogs. Scroll up. Okay, so... There we go. Sickum. Dog stream. Alright, so they're divine. Makes sense. They have the undead trait. Medium or small. Claw, fist, or jaws. There's an undead brute or undead stalker. Literally just strength or dex based. Pretty simple. What breed is your dog? We're pretty sure she's Jack Russell Terrier mostly. She's a mutt, but we don't know exactly what's in her. We can only tell what the shelter told us, which is mostly Jack Russell. We don't know where she gets her coat from, though, because this is obviously not a Jack Russell coat. An undead rat. Intimidate and religion. Dark vision. They speak necrol. 25-foot move speed. They start with negative essence. Your undead Eidolon has a link directly to your life force, which grants it a twilight state between living and undead. This renders it a living creature, and therefore susceptible to many ailments that bother only the living, though it does possess some resistances. It is interesting that it's not occultism, but I totally get why it's divine. The Eidolon has negative healing, meaning it heals from negative energy effects that heal undead, and is damaged by positive energy. Oh, so it does have negative healing. That's kind of cool. Hold on. So this means that you, the summoner, don't have negative healing, but your Eidolon does. That's really neat. It doesn't have normal immunities, but it does gain +2 against death effects, disease, and poison effects. Its necrotic essence staunches wound... Stanches? That's supposed to be staunches, right? STAUNCHS, right? Am I crazy? That's supposed to be staunches? The flat check to remove persistent bleed damage from the Eidolon is DC 10. How would that work with Summoner AoE negative damage? That gets tough. Damage, you typically take the worst, and healing you take the best. So I feel like if I were to rule it, if you were a living creature with an undead Eidolon, an AoE heal spell would heal you. An AoE harm spell would harm you. Remember, there is a difference between something like negative healing and negative damage. You don't do both. Back in the day, like 3.5 and I think Pathfinder 1st Edition, both was a thing. But nowadays, you have to choose if you're healing or dealing damage. When you cast harm, unless it's the 3-action version, I think. Because harm is... No, it does change depending on the target. That's a tough one. That means that a cleric with a summon dedication could get double the heal. No. Wait, with ebb and flow specifically? I don't think that's how it works. Ebb and flow. Choose one creature in that range. So the contradiction to that, Chansey Leg, is when you and your Eidolon are both affected by the same effect, you only pick the best or worst one, depending on if it's a positive or negative effect. Typically, when it comes to the summoner, if it is a good effect, you pick the best. If it is a bad effect, you pick the worst. For example, if you and your Eidolon both get hit by Fireball, your Eidolon fails, and you crit fail, you go with the crit fail. You only take the damage once, but it is the crit fail. Alternatively, if you and your Eidolon are both healed, you heal for 5 and your Eidolon heals for 12, you just heal for 12. Yeah, that's the hard part, Ravon. Is that, 3-action heal, 3-action harm does do damage and heal at the same time. I would probably just have both happen, honestly. If you use 3-action heal and your Eidolon is in the area, I would say, you heal for however much you heal for, but you also take damage for however much your Eidolon takes damage for. Net 0, on average, yeah. You'll probably heal for 2d8, your Eidolon will take 2d8 damage, yeah. And then at mid-level, it gets Drain Life. For 2 actions, your Eidolon attacks a living creature and drains some of its life force. If the strike hits and deals damage, the target must attempt a Fortitude save with the following effects. If it fails the save, it drains enough life force to satisfy itself. Your enemy takes additional negative damage equal to half your level. There's some half-level scaling damage. And temporary hit points equal to the enemy's level. That's pretty cool. And then crit fail. Oh, and drained 1 on a fail. Drained 2 on a crit fail. Nice. That's pretty cool. As I remember, damage only counted as damage unless it was specifically said to do so. Some weird, wondering why they had a while ago. Yeah, there are... So, that's when it comes to... It's complicated. I'm too drunk to explain it well right now. Heal damage comes with fort save. That's true. So if they succeed, they only take half damage, so you'll still heal for more. And then at high level, your Eidolon's unusual connection with you allows you to both rejuvenate when defeated. The first time each day your turn begins while you're dying, you instantly regain a number of hit points equal to 3 times your level! And manifest for... Whoa! That's big! I think you get this feature at like level 15 or 17. So if you're dying, you just get 45 hit points and your Eidolon comes back? And that's at the start of your turn as a free action. So you still get your whole turn. Wow! That's incredible. Like, I'm not misreading this, right? Like, once per day, you go down. At the start of your turn, you just get up with 45 extra hit points and your Eidolon, which is a 3-action activity for free. That's amazing. So, again, sure, summoners have limited spell slots, but imagine this wording on a wizard feat. Imagine a wizard feat that says, the first time each day when you die, at the start of your turn, you get up, you heal for 50 hit points, and you can take your turn as normal. That's amazing. Yeah, and the Eidolon gets a free action. Yeah, you're right, because that's a high-level thing, that when you manifest Eidolon, it's just how they changed that for the playtest, that's right. When you manifest your Eidolon, they get a free action. That's one of the strongest summoner abilities I've ever seen, and it's not even a feat. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, dying. Not dead, but yeah, unconscious. All right. Let's look at Undead PCs, and then we'll call it, because my voice is starting to go. Because I don't stream often enough. Undead Master. Stupid sexy Urgathoa. Y'all deities need to be more creative. Oh man, it's a skull. Oh man, it's a skull. Oh man, it's a skull. Come on, follow Orcus. Just be like, I'm a goat. You know what I'm saying? Come on. All right. The ability's level 17. Okay, that's fair. It is super high. It is super high level. Okay. That's... Hi! Good morning! So. Skull, furry. So, for those of you who don't know, when you play as Undead, you get a lot of things for free. You get Necrol. You get Low Light or Dark Vision if you already had Low Light. You get negative healing. What's negative survival? Oh, it's unconscious for Undead. But Stabilize doesn't benefit you. Ooh. Oh, that's rough. So your only option is negative healing. If you're at 0 hit points and you're dying... Wait, how does anybody save you? Because you're undead, many methods such as Stabilize don't benefit you. So if you fail your death saves, what happens? How do you stabilize them? Medicine still works? No, because the medicine action is known as Stabilize. Harm spells? Sure. But, like, what if someone doesn't have the spell? Because, yeah, the administer first aid option is Stabilize. That's the spell Stabilize? I guess. It's hard to say. Because it just says, many methods such as Stabilize. Italics refer to spell? Oh, is that how it works? If it's in italics, it's specifically a spell? Okay. I believe that, actually. That makes sense. I do believe it. Okay. All right. I got you. You are immune to death effects. This keeps you from being automatically killed or having your dying value increased, but it doesn't make you immune to other parts of the spell. So are you immune to Doomed? No, because Doomed doesn't increase dying. You gain +1 against disease and poison. Oh, God. You're okay. This poor girl has bonked her head like twice a day for the past month. Stabilize spell is positive, medicine is not. That's true. You're really late? That's okay, Thu. Welcome. We're going for another, half hour. Undead hunger. While you don't eat or drink the same food, you usually have thirst and hungers related to your undead state, such as a ghoul's hunger for flesh, zombies craving for brains, vampires' desire for blood. Additionally, while you don't sleep, you enter a state of quiescence for at least 4 hours a day to recuperate, which lets your undead flesh reknit and recover naturally. Many undead choose to rest when the sun is at its highest. That makes sense. And if your archetype has a feat that gives advanced undead benefits, you gain dark vision, you gain greater protection, which increases to +2, and a +1 against paralysis and sleep effects. Cool. Okay. Oh, I'm actually curious about this. Starting out as undead. Undead archetypes, like most archetypes, begin with a second level dedication. However, it might make sense for you to start out as undead at first level. In this case, the GM can allow you to start with the archetype. You get the benefits of the dedication right away, but must select it at second level. So it's like a class archetype. That's fair. Wait, 4 hours? Yeah, you only have to sleep for 4 hours. I don't know if that's only or a full 4 hours to you, but yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, so 4 hours of sleep a day. You're up for 20 hours. I wish I had that kind of productivity. Ooh, wait, here we go. Stitch Flesh. You can use treat wounds to restore hit points to undead creatures. The techniques used to do so vary, but all require suture bandages and other tools, including the healer's tools. Some conditions might raise the DC of treating undead wounds different from that of living creatures. For instance, the GM might increase the DC if the undead being treated is in a Church of Pharasma. Okay, so this is literally just treat wounds, but for undead. I don't know why this exists. Wait. Treat wounds is not positive. Right? Treat wounds is just restore hit points. Why did they need to make this? So treat wounds has the healing trait, But that just restores hit points. It's not? Treat wounds is medicinal, not magic. Right, so why does stitched flesh exist? Flavor? Delicious flavor? I suppose. Oh, it's a feat. Wait. It's a general's... Oh, it's a skill feat. But wait, does normal treat wounds only work on living creatures? Treat wounds... It does! Oh, it's a feat tax! So normal treat wounds literally says you spend 10 minutes treating one injured living creature. So you need to take this skill feat to use treat wounds on an undead creature. That seems annoying. That's a really lame feat tax. Why? Why can't you treat the wounds of the... I don't know. I get the flavor, but like, to be fair, you could heal undead in literal sewage without a penalty. True. My poor Skelly. I'm 100% behind that. Interesting. I suppose. But like, if your character is already undead, you know? I don't know. I get it. But it's weird. So allies can't treat wounds on you? Yeah. Technically, even if you are all playing undead characters, unless they have this skill feat, they cannot use medicine on you to treat wounds. Huh. Undead inherently get more benefits? Fair. I'll give you that. That is totally fair. Hello, dog. Can the chat see you? They can't see you. Ka, you're out of frame. Don't you want to be famous? Don't you want to be famous? Oh, okay, we're going this way. Hi. Can I help you? Okay. Yep. Now we're over here. What are you looking for? Could you hear that? Could you hear her little... Do you want to get down? You can get down if you want. She's so indecisive. She does this every time I put her on my lap. And, like, she's not scared of jumping down. She jumps up and down things all the time. Yes? I have more stuff to talk about, dog. I would like to talk about things. So I'm going to need you to make a decision. Yes? She's so confused. She still wants more cuddles? She does. I think she simultaneously wants cuddles, but she wants to go lay down. So the evil neutral cleric with harm spells is much more important to a group of undead than the normal cleric for a living party? Yes. No, how do you stitch flesh on a skeleton? Colin. That's really clever. Oh my god. Alright, are you getting down or no? Because I kind of have to pee again. Hello? Alright, you're missing... Alright, I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you down. Whee! Boink. There she goes. Alright. Alright. What are we talking about? Or a ghost. Oh my god. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Alright. I'm going to run to the bathroom one more time. Then we've got 30 minutes to talk through all of these. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I'll figure it out. To the bathroom! Away! talk undead people. After 2.5 hours, let's talk about undead characters, huh? You can be a Dhampir vampire? Can you? Oh, wait, someone mentioned there was... Yeah, hold on. Was there a requirement up here about, like, requiring to be alive to play as an undead? No, I don't see anything yet. Alright. Let's go. Is my hair falling down? Hold on. This is more important than Pathfinder. Is my hair okay? It's okay. It's kind of coming down. Lame. Check the starting section. I thought so. I looked at the starting section. The archetypes mention dying. Okay. I think you're right. I think part of like the requirement is like you have died or something. Let's start with ghost or ghoul or whatever comes first. Ghosts. Prerequisite. You died. Dark Souls, Elden Ring meme. You gain the ghost, spirit, and undead traits and the basic undead benefits. Your undead craving is to sell your undead finish. I'm drunk. If you play as undead, do your ancestry's resistances still apply? Yes, Matt. Yes. So specifically, this does not replace anything from your ancestry. These are actually class feats, not ancestry feats. It's in the red section. If your character dies and rises as an undead, work with the GM to determine the best way to alter your PCs. For most groups, it works fine. For playing a skeleton, rebuild your character, replacing only your ancestry. So, yeah, there is a requirement that you do need to die. Necromancer germaphobe who only summons skeletons. Yo, Bar, I was the same way, but then they added that, I don't know if you checked the APG, but there's a 15-foot cone undead cantrip. That's really nice. You also gain the incorporeal trait, except you can't pass through objects unless you select pass through feet. Okay. You also get floating. You can float, but are tethered to the ground. Replace your land speed with a fly speed. You can't rise more than a few inches. This is really unfortunate. I understand 100% why they do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand why, as a player character, you can't fly. It's unfortunate, but, like, sure. It would be broken if you could fly. I guess you trade flying for the ability to interact with physical items, even as a ghost. You don't get a fly speed. I mean, you do, but you can't rise more than a few inches off the ground. In fact, you actually don't have a land speed. Can you slime people? I don't think so. You can leap, high jump, long jump, and take similar actions. So here's some really disconnected flavor. As a ghost, you can only fly 2 inches off the ground, but you can jump your normal athletics distance off the ground, but you can't fly that high. It's really weird. I get it. This is 100% flavor sacrificed for balance, and it sucks, but it has to be that way. Can you fly if you already had a fly speed? No. You cannot rise more than a few inches above the ground when you fly. Obviously, rules as intended, sure. If you have a fly speed, I would absolutely allow it. But rules as written, if you have a fly speed and you die, you can no longer fly more than 2 inches off the ground. Like, there's not even a line that says that. Like, if you have a fly speed, you can fly normally. That's really depressing. Death beats fly. You can transmute physical items, make them part of your incorporeal form. That's cool. You can see down here, like, the dwarfs, like, hammer and shield and armor are all ghostly, too. I love that. Once you've incorporated them, you and other incorporeal creatures can interact with them, release them, and so on. They also automatically get ghost touch. That's huge. Any item that you incorporate into yourself gains ghost touch for free. And just the benefit, so it doesn't even take up your rune slot. That's amazing. So, ironically, the best way to fight a ghost is with a ghost. It's your dead weight. Airwalk should let you get off the ground. Is that a feat? Wait, Airwalk? Let me see. I'm just curious, because it has a very... Again, rules as intended versus rules as written. Airwalk on Archives of Nethys, if it would load. Close all these tabs. Nethys does not want to load for me. Nethys is having a time. Didn't you learn anything from Pokemon? It's a spell. Yeah. So, again, rules as written versus rules as intended. Even if a spell gives you a fly speed, I think the red section talks about fly speed. I don't think it did. Stitch Flesh, healing, starting out, becoming. Unless there's another red section. Oh. Many ghost abilities have been significantly toned down to work for a player character, most notably Flight and the ability to move through walls. Of course, yeah, the GM has the option to loosen the reins on both ability, allowing movement through walls as normal, granting an unlimited fly speed of 15 feet. The fly speed replaces any other abilities that involve flying and any feat that upgrades the PC's flying capabilities, such as the unlimited ghost fight feat. PC who can constantly fly and move through walls can trivialize many challenges as well as a fair number of high-level challenges. Okay, so it's all this says is you can let your player fly if you want, but it's not a good idea. Airwalk lets you fly instead of lets you walk instead of fly. Yeah, if you're the kind of person who's like rules as written, yes, Airwalk would get around it, but not any fly spell. Again, this is clearly a rules as written versus rules as intended. If someone casts a spell that lets you fly, your GM better let you fly. I do love that unarmed attacks become magical and deal negative damage. There's something there for a really cool Ghost Monk build. Between playable undead, the decision to move outside the small medium-sized rating, I'm not convinced Pathfinder is better than D&D. I am now convinced. Yeah, no, I love that there's tiny character options. I don't think there's any large character options yet outside of Giant Instinct Barbarians, and that's not till like level 8. Are there any large ancestries? There's not. We don't even have like bugbears or anything yet. Huh. Flurry of ghosts. Ties that bind. We gotta move. I'm sorry. I'm gonna skip over stuff. We've only got like 20 minutes left. Can you grapple? I believe so, yes. Does it say anything about against incorporeal creatures, use your strength check normally. Does it say anything about corporeal creatures? Flurry of booze. No, this is a flurry of booze. Can a ghost monk heal undead by punching them? Sadly, no, Chansey, because there is an in-game difference between negative damage, negative healing, positive damage, and positive healing. Those are 4 different things, so you cannot heal with damage. You cannot grapple corporeal creatures? Is that true? That's items. Okay, that's all transmuting. Is there any rule against touching corporeal creatures? Drunken Fist Lich Monk. That's me. I'm immortal. So I don't see anything about... You can only use athletics against... Oh, really? It says that? Where does it say that, Chloe? Am I blind? Ah, there it is. Though you can only attempt strength-based skill checks against other incorporeal creatures. There it is. Okay, yes. So if you're a ghost, you cannot grapple. I love how everybody found it before I did. Frightful Moan. Is this just... I feel like for most characters, this is useless. Like, I guess if you don't want to put any points into Charisma, Frightful Moan can be good. But class DCs are garbage. So I guess a Ghost, Wizard, or Cleric, Frightful Moan is good. But like if you're a ghost sorcerer, that's useless because you could just demoralize and it'll be just as good. But it's also a 30-foot emanation. So, all right. Yeah, AoE demoralize. I hadn't considered that's the area. So that's actually pretty good at low levels. Honestly, at any level, demoralize is good. It doesn't even have incapacitation. So that's actually nice. Resistance. Interesting. You take this feat and you lose max HP, but you gain resistance 1 to all damage. 2 resistance if it's non-magical. And then that gets doubled at level 10. That seems horrible. This seems... Am I crazy? You're level 4. So, like, in order to make up the lost max HP, you need to take either 4 magical attacks or 2 non-magical, which at level 4, I feel like, unless you're something like a champion or barbarian, 2 attacks are gonna down you. Like, the resistance does scale. It scales with ghost resistance. But, like, at level 4, 2 attacks is going to drop you low. Reducing the damage by 2 or 4 isn't going to change anything. This feels terrible. Again, it's only useful against things that hit you like 6 times. Like, tell me, at a full day of adventuring and hides up at high levels, maybe if you have multiple combats per day, I don't know, because what, level 4, like, especially, you put this on something like a wizard. If you're a wizard ghost, I guess if you're a wizard ghost, it's like the other one. But let's say you're a rogue ghost. You have 8 hit points per level. You're level 4, so you have, 38 hit points on average? Maybe 40 with con. 40 hit points. You lose 10% of your health with this. You lose roughly 10% of your max HP to gain 2 resistance on average. I don't know. Saves healing resources? True. I guess it's balanced with toughness. That's a good point, Christopher. This makes toughness much better. You combine this with toughness, it negates it. It's a 2... Yeah, honestly, when you put it that way, as a class feat and general class feat tax, who wouldn't take resistance 2 to all damage, honestly? Because that applies to persistent damage, too. Yeah, no, okay. You have convinced me with toughness. This is really good. This is actually really good. Use it with those barbarians feats that make people want to attack you. True. Can a ghost PC take fall damage? No. No, they cannot. Because they don't fall? I would assume they glide down. I assume they are pulled down almost instantaneously, but they don't take fall damage. Is Rob Zombie an undead thief skill? True, yeah, with free archetype especially, this is really good. Alright, we'll do this, we'll do Vampire, and we'll call it a stream. Ghostly Grasp, it lets you use strength-based skills on physical creatures. That's level 6? Oof. Oh. See, this just feels bad. Like, make it a level 14... Oh. They did. I didn't even see that it was level 14. But it's still a 2 feet tax now. If you want flight, you need to take Ghost Flight at level 8, which sucks, and then Unlimited Flight at level 14. That sucks. And those are, again, free archetype, that's great. If you're not using free archetype, that's 2 class feats just to get flight at level 14. I guess... So here's the thing, Olimar. It's always been 2 to 3 feats, but they've usually been ancestry feats. You know, you look at kobolds. Yeah, it's 2 or 3 feats to get flight, but they're ancestry feats, not class feats. If they're a class feat, sure, like, you get it early. Like, champions don't get flight till level 18 permanently. But, I don't know. It's not great to me. Pass through. Once per 10 minutes, you can pass through stuff. Sure. Rejuvenation. When you are destroyed, you Wait. Wait. That is just immortality. Somebody please explain to me. That's just immortality, right? Like, unless you're GM, you can only die by flavor. You are only killable by flavor. It is rare, absolutely. That is rare. So the GM has to approve it. But, like, wow. This would be a fun feat to give your party. Even if they're not necessarily ghosts, that would be a fun campaign where everyone in the party has this feat. The downside would be multiple in-game days of some players not being able to play, but... Right, Misfit. But what I'm saying is, like, the problem with that is the unfinished business. That's true of the ghost as a whole. Where is it? It's, I think Undead. Yeah. Yeah, your unfinished business, your undead craving is still your unfinished business, but like undead as a whole, say something like, if you finish your unfinished business, you are put to rest. So like, that's not even a big deal. That's insane. So technically by Raw, you starve to death if you don't do your job? Kinda. Yo, Alex, thank you for the $5. There's a specific sidebar about rejuvenation, how you might not want to use it like a page up. Really?
There is a specific sidebar
combining
about
the rejuvenation feat with a character whose unfinished business is tied to the adventure essentially makes them immortal. Okay, they call this out. As with the Lich's Soul Cage, even a group using other undead archetypes might want to avoid the So here's the thing. Wait, rejuvenation token, page 56. Let's look at that. Page 56. Rejuvenation token? Where? There it is. You tie yourself to the playing by applying a piece of your consciousness into a weapon. So, yeah, it's a soul cage. So, like, once per week. Yeah, you can do it once per week. Oh, I know you don't just instantly respawn. Oh, I get that. That's what makes it more balanced, but interesting. Dark Souls party, see you at the bonfire. Wow, even celebrities don't need to know it. Is Alex Jones a celebrity? Well, Dragon of Fire, if we follow the rules of the official 5e Dark Souls RPG, if 2 party members die out of a 4-man party, everybody gets to restart. That's a big thing, Misfit. If you only play with modules, your unfinished business will probably never finish. And at the same time, it would feel so bad as a player. Imagine, just think about it for a second, as a player, you resolve your personal story, and your reward is, cool, I'm mortal now. Like, cool, I managed to kill my brother who assassinated me. My reward is now I can die. If your character's goal is to die, that's great. But if you're attached to your ghost PC and you don't want to lose them, that sucks. Well, that's the thing, Nairufa. Absolutely. Like, even in the ghost text, it's 2d4 days, you know? Like, if the party misses out on 3 days, time doesn't just pause. 3 days pass, but time is ticking. That is bad. True. Okay, let's talk vampires, and then I'm going to go play Pathfinder. And y'all will go do whatever it is y'all do. Oh, I just opened multiple websites. How many people are still in here? How many people are still vibing with me? I can't believe we still got 330 people in here. I thought we'd be down to like 150. Good lord, y'all are just so interested in dead people and me drunkenly rambling. Let's go talk vampires. Also, I love this mummy art. I don't know what it is. It's very Elden Ring. I don't know. This longsword looks very Elden Ring to me, and I don't know why. No, I have to clean. All right, skeleton we're going to skip because there's so much to it. So much to skeletons. They're going to get their own video. Vampires! Hey, girl, how you doing? Your stream's wrong. Stop it. That's really nice, Alia. Thank you. All right, vampires. Wait, that's skeletons. Vampires. After being exsanguinated by a vampire, you've risen again. So what's very interesting by this is, by this logic, vampires don't convert. They kill and revive. Yo, what's up, Simpu? How's it going? Like, I don't know why. For some reason, growing up, I always thought you are bitten by a vampire, you slowly turn into a vampire. But this is you die and come back as a vampire. Kind of like the Masquerade. Is that how it works? How does that work with Dampiers then? Dampiers are a vampire who made it with a mortal, and then the mortal gave birth to the Dampier. The Dampier was not bitten or anything. They are the offspring. Dampier are literally half vampire. You know, you have half elves and half orcs. They are half vampire. You die by the bite, you're an undead. You become a Dampire. Yeah, if a Dampier is bitten by a vampire, you can become a Dampier vampire. Yes, that is a thing that can happen. You gain undead and vampire traits, basic undead benefits, and your undead hunger is the blood for the living. You gain a 1d6 piercing fangs unarmed attack. That's cool. Your fangs attack has the grapple trait. That's awesome. You gain revulsion and sunlight vulnerabilities. Let's take a look at that. Revulsion. You can't voluntarily come within 10 feet of garlic or religious symbols of any non-evil deity. Oh my god. Sorry, my voice is starting to go, but that's brutal. Not just good deities, any non-evil. Wow. Creature must interact to brandish garlic or religious symbol for 1 round. If you involuntarily come within 10 feet of an object of your revulsion, you get the fleeing condition running from the subject. After 1 round of being exposed, you can attempt a will save. On a success, you overcome it for 1d6 rounds. Cool. I love that they kept garlic. And sunlight. If exposed to sunlight, you become slowed 1, increases by 1 every turn. Oh my god. You lose 1 action every turn you're in sunlight. If you ever lose all your actions, you die. Ooh, that's brutal. So you have 2 turns to get out of sunlight. And those turns have less actions than usual. I love that. That is such a penalty. Oh my god. Drink blood. For 1 action, if you have a grabbed, paralyzed, restrained, unconscious, or willing creature, you sink your fangs into them and drink its blood. Requires an athletics and their fortitude DC. If you succeed, they become drained 1. Temp hit points equal to their level. That's it? I've always been unimpressed by this. I think Dampier gets something similar, but like, why does drinking their blood just give you 10 hit points equal to their level? I feel like it should give you like a bonus or something. Or nothing, or just make it required, you know? 10 hit points equal to their level just doesn't feel that impactful. It's only for 10 minutes, you know? Who's gonna drink some blood exactly 10 minutes before a fight, you know? If you're quickened, yeah. You get 1 more action if you're quickened. Dampier is level 5. Gotcha, this is level 2. Climb speed of 15. +1 to deception checks or diplomacy checks. Can cast charm only once a day? Really? I like that they made the eye contact a requirement. That's very, very flavorful. And it gets auto-heightened. That's pretty cool that it auto-heightens charm. I guess it's just once per day to be balanced. You still need food despite drinking blood? I don't think so, no. Because it's part of the basic undead benefits. The basic undead benefits say you don't need to... unlike normal... Where is it? Undead hunger. You don't need to eat or drink the same as food as humans do. You usually have thirsts and hungers related to your undead state. So drinking blood as a vampire is the same as eating a burger as a human. Nocturnal Kindred. I do like that. Sorry, to go back on it. I'm drunk. The charm being auto-heightened is really nice. Nocturnal Kindred. You have an innate connection with other creatures of the night. You can ask questions. Okay, you can speak with animals, specifically with bats, rats, and wolves. Not speak with animals. They've made a differential. Pathfinder 2E has done something weird, where there's almost 3 levels. There's not understanding animals, making requests of animals, and speaking of animals. But it also says you can receive answers from. Is that not just speak with animals? You can ask questions of, receive answers from, and use diplomacy with. Is that not just speak with animals? Well, I'm curious what the text is of speak with animals. Speak with animals. Oh, it is the exact text of speak with animals. So never mind. Yeah, you can speak with animals just with bats, rats, and wolves. And you get +1 against them. Once per day, you can cast Animal Allies. Cool spell. Divine. All right, fair enough. I feel like vampires, of all things, should be a cult, not divine. That feels weird. It always summons bats, rats, and wolves at 5th level and every 2 levels after. The spell is heightened by an additional level. That's another one I'm curious about, because I don't think Animal Allies... I wish I could double check this, but Nethys is really struggling right now, so I can't check things here. There's Daywalker if you want to be Twilight. You can't be destroyed by sunlight, and you get advanced benefits. Fair enough. Oh, but you still get slowed. Wait. So if you have Daywalker, and you are in the sun for 3 turns, you don't die, but you're still slowed 3. So you can't move. Like, it's great. You don't die, but you might as well be turned to stone until the sun goes down. Because unless someone gets you an umbrella, you're not moving. That's really funny. Like, it's fine, I guess, but it doesn't really scream Daywalker. That just screams slightly more protected from the sun. Predatory Claws, you get 1d4. Wait, that's level 6? Oh, that's horrible. You get a 1d4 Agile Finesse Unarmed attack, which is the same as Fists. But, hey, if you hit them with 2 Claw Strikes, which are suffering from multiple attack penalty on the second one, you get to grapple for free at -10. I feel like sometimes Paizo forgets that grapple is an attack action. This sucks. This is one of the worst feats I've ever read. It's not 3 actions for 1. For 1 action, you strike. For a second action, you strike at -4. For a third action, you grapple at -10. There is nothing in the game that reduces the attack penalty on grapple checks, unless it is a feat that says you grapple at the same multiple attack penalty. That sucks. That's useless. In what world are you ever going to succeed at a grapple? Grab doesn't require a roll? Yeah, it does. Yeah. You can attempt to grapple as a free action. Grapple is athletics versus fortitude. So you are rolling your athletics at -10 against the target's fortitude DC. Sure, it's free. It sure is free. But you still have to roll. And you have to hit twice. This is only saving you one action, and you have to attack twice before using it. Monk or Ranger, and you take Assurance. Does Assurance ignore multiple attack penalty? I can't... Okay, I need a website that's not Nethys. Choose a skill you're trained in. You can forego rolling a skill check for that skill to instead receive a result of 10 plus proficiency. I guess? 10. That's very specific, though. Like, you need to have Assurance and this feat. It's too specific. In my opinion, a class or archetype feat should not require other feats unless it's a prerequisite. That's it. Yeah, Grapple needs a roll, Grab doesn't. This is Grapple. Grab is a monster effect. Like, it should not require Assurance to work. I know it's nothing crazy, but it's still, in my opinion, that is bad design. That is saying, if you want this feat to be worth anything, you need this skill feat. At that point, why not make it a prerequisite? Free actions with a trigger follow the same rules as reactions. No multiple attack. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I'll look. Like, I'll double check before I completely try to prove you wrong. Nethys isn't working. Let me grab my book. I don't think that's true. Because reactions have no multiple attack penalty because it's not your turn. But a free action is still your turn. I don't even know what page this would be. Does it say? Jeez, I don't even know what page that would be on. This rulebook is not great. Playing the game? I don't know. No, I'm not going to dig through this book on stream, but I actually agree with, who was it? Who said that? I agree with Faz. This should have been 2 actions. Oh, there we go. Hold on, it loaded. Free actions use this symbol. Free actions don't require you to spend any of your actions or your reaction. A free action might have a trigger. If so, you can use it just like a reaction if it's not your turn. However, you can use only one free action per trigger, so if you have multiple... yeah, no, it does not say anything about ignoring multiple attack penalty. Page 461, thank you. Surprised you didn't get another drink? And we're almost done. I might drink during my game, but so 461, you say. Free actions. It says nothing about multiple attack penalties. There's nothing there about multiple attack penalties. Yeah, reactions only ignore map because it's not your turn. Exactly. Again, yeah, Robert, Assurance. Sure, Assurance is fine, but again, my argument is that this is bad design, is that it requires Assurance to even be possibly effective. It's kind of fun for flavor. Sure, but I agree with Faz. This should have been 2 action. Make 2 claw strikes. If both strikes hit, grab the target. The target becomes grabbed. That would have been so much better. Because you still need to hit 2 claw strikes in a row, one of which is at -4, and then, only then, do you get them to be grabbed for free. That would have been better. Exactly, Assurance is also useless against enemies that are your level or higher. They're gonna have more than a 10 to catch. Yeah. So almost a twin fate for grab. That's what I would like, yeah. Vicious Fangs, they deal D6 instead of D... Oh, they deal an additional D6 only on crit? Ugh, that's not good. This is not a good feat either. Like, 1d6 persistent is great, but only on crits? Unless you're a fighter, that's terrible. Unless you are a fighter who chose brawling, that's terrible. Yeah, this you don't treat it as a reaction, treat reaction as a reaction if it's not your turn. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, Cleave is also not great in Pathfinder 2e. It is a shadow of its 1e self. Having played Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous, Cleave is broken in 1st edition, but in 2nd edition, it's not very good. This is terrible. This is absolutely horrible. Again, it's just, maybe it's just me. I hate feats and abilities that are only on crits. When I pick a feat, I want it to affect my combat style. I want it to give me things I can rely on, not give me something that happens 5% of the time. Anyway, bat form, once per day, or once per hour, you get 4th level pest form. At 14th level, you can spend 2 actions to gain 4th or 5th level aerial form. Sure. Turn to mist, you get gaseous form. Cool, that's what? Concealed? Is gaseous form concealed, or is that... I keep clicking Nethys, thinking something's going to pop up. I'm pretty sure gaseous form isn't hidden, is it? Oh, but you get resistance to physical damage. That's not bad. Coffin bound. You bind your spirit to a coffin. If you rest inside for 10... If you rest in your coffin for 10 minutes, gain con mod times half your level hit points? Wow. Okay. That's the first really impressive feat. If you have a +3 con mod and you're level 12, that's 18 hit points per 10 minutes. Sleep for half an hour and you're getting like 60 hit points back. That's great. If it would be destroyed, you instead remain near death. This doesn't change your dying runes, so you remain unconscious. After 1 hour, you're destroyed. Return your coffin before the... Ooh, you get an hour of time before you die. Incredible. Your coffin can't heal you if you're staked through the chest. You can only be staked if unconscious. You lose all benefits of this feat if your coffin is destroyed. Sure. Okay. That's a cool one. I like. Yeah, just have your barbarian carry your coffin on their back. I love that, actually. Yeah, sure, you have to drag your own coffin, or if you're smart, you'll get a hireling to carry it for you. That's great. A vampire barbarian who carries their own coffin. That'd be great. Why'd you skip ghouls? Because everyone was asking for vampire when the stream ends 5 minutes ago. Mist Escape. As a free action, if you are reduced to 0 HP, you turn to Mist. You take move actions to move directly toward... That's amazing. It's level 14, so as it should be high level. But that is so good. That is very similar to the immortality of the ghost. It's not quite immortality, but it's very, very cool. That's awesome. Dominating Gaze. Last one, and then we'll end the stream off. You stare at your target's eyes, and another 20 bucks. Thank you from Travis Ostrom. So stoked for the book. Thank you for the great content. Thank you so much. That means a ton. Thank you.
Great content.
Oh, there's so much to talk about here, and there's so many videos to make on this book. Once per day, you can cast 7th level Dominate as a divine innate spell using your class DC or spell DC against a visual trait. 18th level, it's 8th level, so it's always 1 level behind a spellcaster at the same level. They succeed their save, they're immune. In most cases, you can't cast the spell again within 24 hours. Most? If you are destroyed, all your Dominate spells end. Sure. I like that. Yeah, you get Dominate as a spell, granted 1 level lower than a spellcaster at the same level. Very cool. Very, very neat. All right. I think that's where I'm going to end it. We talked vampires. Very cool. Overall, vampire, really underwhelming, except for like the high-level stuff. Low-level vampire is very, very, very underwhelming. Yes, Skeleton will get its own video for sure. Love that Paizo didn't come up with some BS to deny undead players the monster's immortality. Yes, absolutely. Like, they didn't get rid of it completely. It's just not quite permanent immortality. They're all able to be countered. But I've got about 45 minutes to prepare for my Pathfinder 2 E-session, so thank you guys so much for joining me. I can't believe we had over 300 viewers this entire time. That's wild to me. I've been having a rough go of it lately, so this is me being drunk, but thank you, everybody, for showing up, for engaging, for hanging out. This was actually incredible. Thank you. All right, enough sappy. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go play Pathfinder and eat some dinner, and I'll see you on Wednesday.